Hello everybody, my name's Christina and welcome to Mind Over Mania, my YouTube channel where I do tarot card readings and talk about intellectual stuff. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm doing a pick a group reading where you will select a pile and you will receive intuitive messages channeled by me. Now what was a little interesting about today's video is originally I was going to do a different topic, but my spirit guides interrupted me and said that we're going to be doing a not timeless, note, not timeless, so if you come back to this video later, it's probably not going to be in regards to a situation for years in the future. But the topic is about love and relationships with this upcoming holiday season. So this could be family, this could be lovers, this could be friendships, all kinds of stuff. So I was specifically guided to talk about that. So hopefully I'll have this reading out to you guys before the holiday season really kind of comes to fruition. I know it's rolling up. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the piles. And what you're going to do is intuitively sit and feel if a pile resonates with you. And if you're watching the recording and the messages don't really line up, go back and pick another one. Or sometimes it may not even be the right video for you. But this is supposed to be for general relationships and take whatever resonates for you. So for pile number 1, we have my Tiger's Eye bracelet. For pile number 2, we have this black pendant. For pile number 3, we have this gorgeous flower necklace. And for pile number 4, we have a amethyst bracelet. So feel free to pause the video, sit and get in tune with your intuition and feel which pile resonates with you. And I will see you at the video. Take care. Hello everybody, you have chosen group 1. So this is going to be your reading in regards to love and relationships for this upcoming holiday season. I don't really know what's going to come up in this reading, but you know what? I'm just going to wing it. So bear with me as I sort of just feel the energies out and just kind of go with what my gut's feeling. So let me take a moment to tap into your energy, group 1. Aww. So pile 1, I felt like this really soft, gentle, loving energy coming your way. Like this upcoming holiday season is going to be, I'm hearing the word sweet, but it's also like very nurturing and loving. I don't know if you have children, group 1, or there's some sort of just peace. Like I'm feeling like peace on earth, like a really peaceful, wonderful holiday coming up, and that's really wonderful. I feel like you're going to be spending time with, I'm hearing friends before you spend it with family, but I mean, I don't know what your situation is, but these friends are like your family, and it's going to be sweet. I don't know, this holiday season's really going to be sweet. It doesn't really matter what you're practicing. I feel like a lot of you are celebrating traditional Christmas, but you're going to enjoy what kind of happens, and you're going to enjoy some rest, much needed rest, after how this last year went. I feel like some of you are particularly stressed out, and so you've got a lot of good energy coming your way that you should look forward to. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards to kind of get some more information about what your spirit guides want you to know about this upcoming holiday season. Yeah, the moment I reached for Papa Deck, I heard immediately, like, relax. It's gonna work itself out. I don't know if you've been stressing about a family situation or what, but it's gonna be smooth sailing. It's gonna work itself out before the holidays. Yeah, I keep hearing like it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Anything else from this? More from this deck? No. Anything else from Papa Deck? Yes or no? Okay. Papa Deck's my giant note card deck of 240 cards strong. So, I don't know, I feel like this part is going to be messages from a specific person. I don't know, all I can feel is it's a loved one. It isn't necessarily a romantic partner, but it's either a future spouse or a future loved one or someone that's currently in your life that can't say what they need to say. Yeah, I'm just hearing it's gonna be okay. Anything else? Yes or no? Okay. Any other decks? Yeah. Yeah, there's something coming up in your life too that... Yeah, the one that just shot out was interlude, pause, timing factor. So I don't know if you're waiting for something, Group 1. A change of situation. But this is kind of a reassurance that, you just need to keep going your own pace. Stay slow. This moment in this season, holiday season, is about resting, rejuvenation, and recovery. I don't know if you've been through a heavy emotional situation recently, and I think maybe that's why you're stressed about the holidays. But you shouldn't worry about it. Anything else? Nothing. Man, y'all are making me work, Group 1. I don't know if you've just got a lot of stress on your mind. I feel like there's some energies being sorted out with this reading. I feel like you're worried about what someone thinks about you. And I keep hearing, like, relax, it's okay, honey. Something your spirit guides, you need to listen to your spirit guides on this particular situation. Like, you're waiting to hear from someone, and it's about Christmas time, or you're kind of afraid of something that's a situation that's been ongoing and it's coming to a close. And so I think that's why this peaceful energy is coming in, to reassure you that peace is going to come from this cycle that's ending. Anything else, yes or no? Okay. All right, so let me see how your spirit guides want me to do this reading. Do it by piles or something else? Okay, so I'm going to have to do some arrangements. Yeah, so we're going to do messages from your spirit guides first. Wait, person or spirit guides? Okay, so whoever this person is, you're a little anxious to know who this person is, I guess, or something. So your guides are like, just do messages from your person. Okay, so what cards? Alright, so these are all messages from either your person. I feel like for some of you, it's a romantic partner or a future spouse. For some of you, it's a lost loved one or someone who's passed on. I don't know, but this is kind of just... I don't think it really matters who it's specifically from. I feel like if you're intuitively inclined, you can probably get a sense of who this energy is coming from. But if not, it doesn't really matter, because this is a message of love specifically for you, and it doesn't really matter who it's from, because I think you're letting the labels of who the energy comes from define, how you're receiving love, and that's kind of not the point. You need to know that, you're loved very much by this person, and it doesn't necessarily need to come from someone you're expecting to receive what you need to hear. So, all right, so these cards first, and I'm going to arrange them. Yes or no? No. All right, so I'll start with these cards first. So, all I want for Christmas is a big fat apology. Okay. That's what I'm getting the vibe, because like the first card I saw was, I was careless with you. And this person wants you to know that they're aware that they weren't always treating you the best. And either there's some kind of a loss that occurred between the two of you, and there wasn't enough, I'm hearing like there wasn't enough time to say what needed to be said, or I didn't seem to feel what I feel now, and so it made it hard for me to say my true feelings. But I definitely feel like there's regret kind of coming from this person for not speaking up and saying how they feel and being careless with you. I feel like they didn't prioritize your time, they didn't prioritize your needs, and they're saying, like, they do miss you on a regular basis. I'm waiting for an apology, and I feel like you're waiting for an apology from this person because they hurt you in some kind of way and you hurt them. And so I feel like the energy is kind of flip-flopping between the two of you about waiting for an apology and listening to what the other person has to say. I feel like there wasn't a lot of listening going on between pile one and this person, and it goes both ways. And so you can't sit there and expect an apology from this person if you're not willing to listen to it. And I'm specifically guided to say that, you will receive peace from your situation with this person, regardless if this relationship is alive right now or not, if it's a living person or a passed on person, whatever it is, this apology is going to come through different means than you expect. Maybe you'll receive a message intuitively or spiritually, but I feel like it's not going to really... Closure's not going to manifest in the 3D at this current point in time before the holidays. For sure not before the holidays. Maybe in the future, it depends, but I'm not really getting a sense that there's going to be a physical in-person closure at this time. I fear that you will reject me, and I feel like this is a large reason why this person refuses to apologize, because, as they're putting it, what's the point of apologizing if she or he doesn't listen to what I want to say, And so if you want this apology before the holidays, you're going to have to open up, your channels and blockages about receiving closure with this person, because I feel like on your end there might be some animosity towards what this person said. And you need to understand that, if you want to heal from it, you also have to allow things to flow back and forth. It isn't always just on the person that hurt you. And you should have a little bit more compassion for this person. Because again, when I first initially channeled, this person wasn't in a good place. And either they don't have the coping skills or they don't know how to communicate with you, and that was part of the reason why they behaved the way that they did. It wasn't because they cared any less. They just, I don't know, I keep hearing, I'm just sorry. I didn't know how. And I feel like maybe sometimes this might be a family member or someone you view as close as family, so it kind of stings knowing this, but it's something that you need to hear because they're just very sorry about the situation. And I can still see you standing there. And I feel like this person sometimes pictures seeing you two together and reminiscing about some of the good times, and that it's okay that this situation needed to close. It's just that the closure that this person wants and what you've been secretly wanting is, it keeps replaying in your mind. And you need to, in order to let this go, you need to stop replaying versions of the past that didn't exist. See this person for who they are. They weren't a monster. They weren't the best gift on God's earth. They were just a person. And you need to have a balanced view of this person if you want to move forward and heal from it. I'm specifically hearing to say that, you need to put some distance between you and this person for the holiday season. It's going to resolve itself out, and so just be patient with yourself, with your feelings, and be patient with this other person as well, and allow your intuition to do the work healing, because right now you're being a little stubborn towards this person, and it's okay. It's all going to be okay. Again, I'm getting this very peaceful, loving energy that's coming this holiday season, so you shouldn't have to worry about this, and hopefully this was maybe a little bit of a reassurance. More messages from your person. You got ask for help from someone you trust. You're so smart, you figured it out. There's healing work to be done here, and you won't love me authentically. And I feel like, after hearing that, I'm seeing this, you won't love me authentically. I feel like there's a secret. And I feel like you're keeping a secret from yourself in regards to this person. I feel like you never loved this person authentically as much as you thought you did. And it's coming as a bit of a surprise because it's hard to see and accept a person for who they authentically are when you're not able to see it within yourself. And I feel like you had ideals about this relationship and about this person and about your past, and this idealism is preventing you from seeing how things worked out for what it actually was. Yeah, and I keep hearing you won't love me authentically, and I feel like you're not loving yourself authentically. And so, especially with the holidays coming up, you need to remind yourself that your true family shows itself in many different ways, and it's not always through a special Christmas gift, it's not always through who you received a message from. It has everything to do with your heart space. And when someone comes into your life, how much joy do they bring you? How much love do they bring to your life? You shouldn't be measuring it and tallying it like it's some kind of, not a game, but like, tit for tat going back and forth. Like, it's love. It's organic. It flows and it moves and it's different. And this person clearly does love you despite the issues that happen, and you kind of need to let it go, let go of the tit for tat and just accept their apology. I think it'll help heal your heart space. And it's weird because I said smart by accident, and I kind of was looking at the "you're so smart, you figured it out," and I feel like you're supposed to logic your way through this situation. Like, there's some kind of message that was missed, and you need to stop being in your heart space and kind of think out what actually occurred between the two of you, because right now your heart is kind of been burned by this person, and you need to take some of your emotion out of it to kind of really see what actually happened between the two of you. Again, I'm hearing this person say, like, I'm not the monster. Like, I'm not the monster in this situation. I wasn't always doing this from a place of malice or things I said. This ask for help from someone you trust. I think your spirit guides are... I'm hearing your spirit guides are saying that, your emotions aren't good indicators of the situation right now with this person. And so make sure that you ask for help from spirit and from someone who doesn't have an emotional take. Like, if this is with a family member specifically, or someone that's close as like family, you shouldn't be relying on people that are close to the situation. You need to speak to someone who's like a third party that is not involved in the mess that happened. And listen to them because they've got messages for you. And, just keep healing the situation. Your heart's... Yeah, be gentle with your heart and allow this healing to go through. I feel like the holidays, this person's absence is kind of a pain point for this upcoming holiday season. I don't know. I heard the word either divorce, separation, or just grief. And, just make sure that you're putting in the healing work and just allowing the holiday season to just... It's supposed to be fun and focus on the people that you do have around you and the love that is available to you, instead of focusing on the absence of this person. Yeah, okay, so more messages. Let's see here. Oh, shit. Should I read these two now? Oh, God. Ooh, I got some heat. Some heat coming to my face. Whew. Alright, are these still from your person? Yeah. Whew. There's some feisty energy that's just popped up in group 1. Wow. Ooh. And I think it's because this Twin Flames card popped up. It says the one mirrored souls pledged. I feel like the first thing I heard off the bat was she knows. And I don't know if that's your person acknowledging this other person, either like someone's coming your way or there's a relationship that's been ongoing with someone, and I don't know, there's just some heat there, and I feel like there's like this person's accepting of the situation and accepting that they don't like this person, but it is what it is. Yeah, they're going through a lot of waves of emotions, and if this person is your twin flame, okay, I'm hearing it isn't your twin flame, like this person is not your twin flame. It's a third party or someone else, again, closest family, but like, they're going through a lot of emotions right now, and they want to reassure you that despite what's happened between the two of you, they're managing, they're going to be okay. Their situation's a little tough right now, but in this separation, but it's going to be fine. You got plugged, tuned in, internet, triggers. Yeah, I'm feeling this person's very, very triggered by your connection with this either twin flame energy or this other third party person. I feel like it's someone you... I heard the words like starting a family, and I can't tell if it's your ancestor, if an ancestor's disapproving of it, your family is, or your friends, or this third person. Yeah, this third person definitely is not approving of this situation, and maybe that's what caused some of the separation or a fight or just a release of something, but it's because they're very, very triggered by watching you go be with someone else or watching you following your path, because I feel like this twin flame energy isn't even just you chasing a particular person. It's about you chasing a version of yourself that isn't aligned with who this person thought you were. And that's where this card of you won't love me authentically, it's because they're grieving a version of you that isn't authentic. And it's this change that, like, as you're pursuing this twin flame energy, again, I don't feel like this is necessarily even a person. You're changing who you are, and you're chasing a destiny or a path, like a life path that's more authentic with you. And this person was upset with that. If it's a family member that, is feeling this way, it's because they don't see you as family in that way, or like to them, like, again, the feelings of family are there, but it's not your true soul tribe. It's not your authentic family. And so that's why this situation's been very painful for them. And they're still stalking your internet. I feel like if it isn't a family member, it's someone else that's been just keeping eyes on the situation. And maybe you're like, I feel like you're speaking out about something too. I don't know if your voice is heard a lot or something about like you like putting your opinions and thoughts out there. And this person's sensitive to it on what you say, particularly about either this situation with you and them. And they're just saying keep in mind of what you're saying to other people and how you're focused on other people's appearances. Yeah, so this is kind of shifting more back into like a message of love, is you're kind of focused on what other people think this holiday season, and this is a reminder to stay away from some politics that have been, on your mind, or paying attention to what other people's family situation looks like. It's not all sunshine and rainbows for everybody, and just because this person maybe looks fine on social media doesn't mean they necessarily are. But again, they're reassuring you that they're doing well enough that you shouldn't worry about them. Or maybe that's your spirit guide saying that, but just don't listen to the social media and the bullshit. Just keep focusing and manage your own triggers about love, because I feel like you're kind of sensitive to... I'm hearing something about like the Christmas songs going on, like, there's like, all I want for Christmas is you. And I feel like you're still missing this person. Some of you hate this person, and some of you are really missing them, but regardless, all of these Christmas songs are bringing back emotions and old memories, and, if this person's passed on, it triggers that feeling of grief. And so this person wants you to know that it's okay to grieve the loss of our relationship and me not being currently present. Yeah, I'm feeling some heaviness on your end, but it's like, it's kind of bittersweet, because I feel like you've grown to accept this situation. And so, it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna be okay. Maybe not all of you, but, it's gonna be okay. I hope this is resonating with you. I feel like there's a little bit of scattered energy between a couple people, but there's some louder voices than others. So you got the card, I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. And when I merge my desire with faith, I take action from a place of peace rather than control. And I feel like you have felt really out of control and out of place the past few years, or in regards to the situation with not just this person, but with the holidays, where I feel like this, like, Christmas can be a very stressful time for people. And regardless if you don't celebrate Christmas and you celebrate whatever, like there's a lot of holidays, I was about to say pagan holidays, but there's a lot of holidays out there that, people are celebrating around this time, and you've been stressing out about your family situation, this situation, your work, your financials, whatever it is, and what I'm hearing is just to remind you to not stress, don't force anything, because if you have to force something to come out, then it's not meant for you. Again, I'm seeing with this, feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed, and this is a reminder to you that if it feels good, it's probably meant for you. And I'm not talking about drugs or alcohol, or I don't know why that came out, but like basically, there's a huge difference between an artificial happiness and something that's hurting you, and something that's real. Like, you should be able to feel good sober. You should be able to feel good with a situation and at peace. And if it doesn't feel good, clear it out, And that's why I think with this holiday situation, your family's gonna help you ease up on reminding you what makes you feel good again. What authentically makes you feel good, and trying to focus on feeling good rather than allowing all the negative crap. Like, I don't know if you've got some ancestors or some family that like to just like nitpick or whatever, and you're a little stressed about that, about like a holiday party or something, like kind of like, oh shit, Aunt Susie's coming over and I don't want to see or hear her bullshit talking about my relationships or talking about my children or whatever. Like, you don't want to hear it, and like, honestly, don't let this person ruin your holiday season, because that's their own thing. And again, with this, when I merge my desire with faith, I take action from a place of peace rather than control. And you need to have faith that your situation's going to change, and that you don't need to be in control of everything, hon. Like, you don't need control in order to manifest the things of your dreams. And that's why you're being emphasized that this reading is about accepting peace. Peace on earth. Embrace peace on earth. I feel like you've been longing for it, but you haven't been focusing on it. And it's that focus on peace that will help awaken you to seeing around you what's not peaceful and what's not adding to your life. And it's going to be difficult, to see that sometimes. But, you're being asked to just have some peace. I don't know, and like, it's kind of weird because you've got like these greens and these cards, but this kind of reminds me of like the Christmas star. If you're Christian or you have a Christian background, remember, a child was born on Christmas Day, and even though that's historically inaccurate, remember your Christian roots and having faith in, humanity and the stars again. Maybe you're a starseed. This could be a sign of that too, or I don't know, just something about the stars, just look for the light in the darkness right now. You shine really bright, and you should always remember that, whenever you see a star, because you're a star shining in the darkness. Insert more cute phrases here. I'm not here to hit on you people, but anyways though, but that's all messages from this particular person. And again, I'm hearing they want you to reassure you that it's going to be okay between the two of you. Like, you'll make peace at some point in the future. It's just not going to be right now. And again, they're wishing you well on this holiday season. So, okay. Anyway, so that was just the cards from your person. So now let's get into what your spirit guides want you to know about the upcoming holidays and something that's up next for you. Alright, let's get into it. Don't do these in order. Do an arrangement. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Ew. My oh my. Something about that energy's... Yes. No, that was the wrong card. Yeah, I'm hearing like there's two situations going on right now that are kind of boiling together. At least that's the energy. Or a situationship. I don't know, that word kind of came up. I don't know if you're in kind of one of those right now where either contemplating seeing a person, or you've been seeing someone secretly, or like there's some kind of a mystery going on. And I feel like you're kind of anxious about what's coming next. Like, like I feel like there's a lot of apprehension for post-holidays, and you're a little curious now if that's going to come up, which it will. But there's just... I'm hearing, like, don't let the situation with another person affect your enjoyment of the time and rest that you are given right now. It's about enjoyment and pleasure, and I know that sometimes romance can be overwhelming and whatnot, and especially when you have really deep feelings for a person, it can be hard to accept situationships when, you want to be spending this time with people you love and care about, but it isn't always about that, so don't listen to all the Hallmark crap when everyone's trying to push it down your throat and blah, 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 because half of those people are doing it just because they want attention and it's fake anyway, and, you know what's real, so don't subject yourself to any more self-harm or pain over someone not being in your life right now, because it's going to be okay, and, it's about more than absent love, because you've got a lot around you. Anyways, I'm repeating myself, but I felt like your spirit guides are like, reassure them over and over, because you need the reassurance, pile one. So this group, so what is this about? So this has something to do with work. Or sort of. Or your life path, I don't know. I figure it'll manifest. Oh. Oh, man. I already heard one of you in the audience is going, oh no, what does this mean? So what you got was, I hope you're happy for me. Well, nah, I'm not going to move the camera. You got, I hope you're happy for me. I know we have a soul connection. Denial, not facing truth or rational reasoning. On the table, offer, proposal, commitment. And I feel like you're going to be committing to a new lifestyle or a new job or like a new outlook. Like it kind of seems to shift depending on the person that's watching this reading. But there's some new kind of recommitment to yourself, especially after the growth of what happened with that situation. You're going to be recommitting to a new stance on life and what's really mattering to you when it comes to your career. Are you using work to deflect from something? Are you using work to fulfill you? Are you using work to make a difference? Or are you using it to make money? Like whatever your resource situation is, it's going to shift a little bit because you're going to have new priorities. And again, I feel like it's a new... I'm hearing like there's like a new offer that's going to come up soon. Like you're going to have some more opportunities and abundance flowing your way if you allow it and if you choose to pursue that, or you can keep continuing on the same path you've been on. If you've been getting these signs, which I feel like some of you have, but some of you haven't, there's kind of this wave that's coming, and if you choose to follow it, go for it, but if you're not feeling called to it, then don't. It's not anything significant if you're not seeing that it aligns with what you want, but you're not seeing something in regards to your career. So focus on your soul's path. Again, I'm seeing with this, we have a soul connection, and I hope you're happy for me. And I'm feeling like this is just reminding you to reflect on the past few years in your career growth. And, does your soul, something about a soul connection, are you connecting your soul into your work? Are you making choices that are in line with your ethics, your morals, and does it make you feel good, Does it make you feel happy? Does your heart sing whenever you think about your career? And, I know that it doesn't always make you happy. Like, I feel like sometimes you can be a little disgruntled, but, like, make choices that make your heart sing, Like, if your heart isn't singing, then don't listen to what other people tell you. You're going to figure it out, and the universe has specifically been saying, stop dragging yourself through the mud. We want you to do other things, and we're going to make you abundant if you, clearly follow our path and our instructions. It's not as difficult as you're making it seem, and you've been the one dragging you through the mud. We're trying to support you, and we're trying to help you with whatever you're doing, but stop making choices that are, making your work more difficult than it is. It isn't always going to be, happy and hunky-dory, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't give up on your dreams either, because we're specifically giving you guidance and information and feeding you gifts and abundance that you need to utilize. Now for the cards that made me laugh, okay, because from Papa Deck, you got no one else is going, it says, oh, okay, maybe I misread that, but I think that was on purpose. It says someone else is going to take the fall, but I'm hearing no one else is going to take the fall. So I don't know if you've been concerned about you shifting your mentality or your career path because of you're worried about financials or abundance. Like, I'm hearing you're not going to take a fall if you make this choice. Like, if you are choosing a new career path, you're going to succeed in it. You're supposed to take a new career path. And they're like, stop going down these old roads and rabbit holes that you've been going down that don't work, and, try something new. You got, don't lose hope, honey. Don't lose hope on, making your soul happy. I feel like some of you really struggle with depression, or you stress out about your careers a lot, and I'm hearing, don't lose hope that you're going to find something that's fulfilling for you. Because as long as you're listening to your heart space and what your soul desire is, it's going to be okay. And some of you are like, I don't even know what my soul's desire is. And it's like, well, maybe you should start listening and start asking yourself. Because you're you. Like, I can't tell you what your soul's desire is. I can give you some guidance on how to get there, but, you're ultimately the one that needs to have that conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, what do you want? And if you don't know yet, go, okay, well, what does happiness look like for me for now? And then make decisions based off of that. Journal about it. Make a want list. I don't know, make yourself a Christmas list of what you want for the next upcoming year. How about that? The next card was, oh fuck, did I screw this up? I don't know what you did, but I feel like maybe you screwed up something. I feel like you feel like you screwed up your life path. You feel like you screwed up your relationship with someone else, either with some work people, with your audience on social media, or there's some kind of an I've screwed up, oops, oh god, am I going to recover from this? And the long and short of it is, yes, you are going to recover from this. You're going to be forgiven. You need to work on yourself, but, you didn't screw up as bad as you think you did. And, by you making one poor business decision or one poor slip up doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful forever. There's plenty of successful people that have success that shouldn't, and they're still going, and you're a good person, so you shouldn't worry about that. You're going to recover from it, whatever it is. And then finally, pray to God and give thanks. This is kind of like a reminder to connect to your spirituality when it comes to your abundance, and thank God for, all that He's given to you, the success that you've had so far, about the lessons you've encountered, and maybe things don't seem great, and maybe you're a little resistant to tapping into that side of your spirituality, because you're like, well, this isn't what I want, so why should I thank God? Well, you should, because you're part of what made you. You're part of what got you to where you are, but you're also being divinely guided, and you can't blame God for when you don't listen to him or her or they, whatever gender you want to impose on a deity, but they're divine, whatever. But point being is, you need to be more grateful for your situation and for the skills you have. You've learned so much, you've gained a lot of experience, and so regardless if your financial's great or not, or you're not seeing the results, or you're unsatisfied, you should still be thankful, because at least now you know what you don't want, and that's still something to be thankful for, and especially with the holidays, if your career is affecting your ability to give gifts, seriously, stop giving a shit about what other people expect from you this holiday season. You need to be recovering. You clearly went through some crap this past year, probably the last 2 years with COVID and all that, but give thanks for what you do have, because you have a lot more than you're giving yourself credit for. And, you've got a roof over your head, you've got a family, you've got love, you've got food on your table, and really, that's enough, make sure you're thanking for everything that you have, so. And, you have a career right now. And if you don't have a career right now, if you're in between jobs, it's going to manifest itself. And, You just need to relax and go with the flow and be thankful for what you have done so far. So that's your work update. Yeah. Something was saying, like, that wasn't going to be what I thought it was. And I was like, it wasn't that bad. All right, and so these are just messages from your spirit guides. Either I'm hearing for some of you, it's going to be about a particular situation you're stressing about, or it could be about someone, something. I don't know, this is like just giving you some general guidance for getting through the holidays while you've got all this crazy baggage going on in the back of your head. I feel like you've been through a lot, group one, and so this is kind of your like cathartic, like, let's work out through some of this stuff. So for the holidays, I don't have to stress about it because I'm going to watch this video and I'm going to go, phew, it's going to be okay. Or it's going to bring you more stress if you allow it, but you know, that's up to you, hon. All right, so you got, you're responsible for your circumstances. Your father's love supports your path. And listen to some music. It has some messages. Ooh, that's spicy. So what this deck, or what these cards are calling you to do is to remind yourself that you're responsible for your own feelings in your own situation. So if you haven't been as accountable for your own actions in the past, or what's led you to things that are leading up to what's going on right now, you gotta own your shit and own what part you play. Not too much, not too little, just own only what belongs to you and leave the rest. And don't be so hard on yourself, because if you made mistakes, you know, you're not being responsible or accountable by hating on yourself for the mistakes that you made. You know, like, you're responsible for making sure that you feel good, that you are making good choices, that you're saying the right things. And, you know, and you need to have that balance for what's going on in your life. And I feel like your father's love supports your path. I feel like some of you, either you got some daddy issues, or you just need that, you need a strong masculine presence and strong masculine reassurance in your life, especially for the girls that are watching this, or I should say women, but I had to say girls for some reason, because I feel like, you know, I got like your daddy's little girl, you know, and he doesn't want to see you fail, you know, and maybe there's been some hardships in your relationship, or maybe there isn't, but I'm just getting a strong paternal, masculine, comforting presence that's supporting you throughout this process. And, you know, maybe you should reach out to your dad, or just, you know, allow his love to kind of shine through you right now, because regardless of what's going on in the holidays, you know, he loves you and supports you. And then finally, listen to some music. It has some messages. And for some of you, I'm hearing a particular one or two of you, there's two of you, you haven't been listening to the messages that are being sent through music. Whether you create music for fun, or you do it as a career, or if you're listening to it on the radio, it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like music is some form of spiritual connection for you. And you haven't been listening to it, and, you know, you get a lot of reassurances when, you know, that one song that kind of keeps popping it back into your head when you think about a certain situation. Or music that, you know, evokes a certain feeling that you associate with a person or a situation. That's what those messages are, all right? It's not, you know, oh, hey, I heard that same fucking Justin Bieber song on the radio 20 times, and so it doesn't mean anything because it's popular. No, if you sense or evoke a certain reaction when you hear either a pop song or maybe an obscure song, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be obscure to not mean something. You know what I mean? Like, and you should be paying attention to the lyrics in particular. A few of you, you don't need to listen to the lyrics. You kind of get the message right off of the bat. But for a particular few of you, the two of you, I don't know why it's the two of you. I don't know who you people are. I mean, I got an idea maybe for one of you. But, like, there's particularly two of you. Your spirit guides are like, listen to some music, put Spotify on and do some random listening. Go on YouTube, let the playlist flow, whatever you get, or Pandora radio, whatever it is you're doing. You know, go into the car and listen to your ancient radio through the FM, AM radio, and just listen to whatever pops up. Ask for a sign, ask for a song as a reassurance if that's what you need. Whatever, you communicate with your spirit guides what messages you need to hear. But and some of this music isn't always from a person either. It's not always, about romance. It's sometimes about, especially if music is, something that's important to you, you have other messages either from yourself, from your spirit guides, you should be paying attention. Again, I keep hearing, listen to the lyrics. It's all in the lyrics, man. Or, again, if you create music, as your hobby or something, or maybe you should create music, it doesn't have to be good, just sit and write out some lyrics and channel your inner creativity. That could be something good. I'm seeing, someone writing something down on a napkin. I know there's a lot of famous musicians that, whenever they're out at hotels, they've written, amazing songs on a napkin. So if you're traveling, this holiday season, maybe just get a piece of paper out, get a napkin out, and start writing some random lyrics down. And if you're thinking of a song, write down what you're hearing and then listen to it. And that's your messages from spirit. It doesn't have to be this big elaborate, romantic thing. Sometimes it's literally just saying hey, it's gonna be okay. Like that song I was singing earlier. So yeah, anyways. Yeah, whoever you two are that I'm channeling, your spirit guides are very feisty. And they're like, it's about time Christina said something because you won't listen to us, hey? I don't know, some of you must be stubborn about not listening to your spirit guides. All of the rest of y'all are fine, but these two people, step it up. I'm teasing, I'm giving you shit, but it's okay. Okay, so the card you got here was, we are more alike than I admit. Alright, and I feel like that's going to make more sense when I start flipping these other cards over. So I'm not going to pull too much out of there yet. Oh, alright, I'm not flipping over anymore. So something about these two cards. I got crushed, sad, broken, feeling alone, and then searching. Online, looking for info, records. Yeah. So the moment I flipped over that crushed card, I feel like you have been crushed in some form of a situation. You're feeling just blue abba-dee abba-die. Either your soul was crushed, I don't know if this combo means soul searching, or you're searching for yourself, you're searching for your soulmate. You're just you're like a broken record. I see this really sad puppy dog look of I'm not going to say you, but I'm thinking of a particular person just sitting on their couch, looking glum, listening to a record, and it keeps doing the record scratch, and you're just sitting there just pouting your lip, and it's kind of sad and a little pathetic. And I don't want to say it's crying over spilled milk. I feel like it's, it's hurting you legitimately. However, your spirit guides are sitting there going we've been sending you so much music to reassure you that what you're feeling is real, that what's coming is going to be good. There's good things coming your way. So, stop pressuring yourself to feel sad all the time. Part of you managing your sadness and owning and being accountable for your feelings is not letting yourself feel like a piece of shit all the time. That's the specific wording I heard. I was like, that's a little aggressive. And maybe you are aggressive towards yourself, but don't let this sadness and searching for happiness or searching for something, I feel like either you're trying to find more information about either a situation, a certain person, or whatever, but it's all in vain. And especially before fucking Christmas, I'm sorry for cussing. I don't know what the deal is, but it's Christmas. Stop letting yourself be crushed. Kind of let yourself be taken up in the moment. And if you hate Christmas because of all the stupid things, then find whatever not stupid things will help you enjoy the Christmas season. Go full pagan and just go dancing in the woods and howl with the wolves, or whatever the hell you need to do to get out of the Grinch, bah humbug mood, and, enjoy this holiday season, in whatever way you need to. If traditional Christmas stuff, for most of you, traditional Christmas stuff will suffice. Let yourself get caught up in drinking a little too much nog and good cookies and whatnot, but some of y'all need to just let some shit loose and, have your holiday season pagan style. Go beat up somebody, or I don't know, I saw a video today talking about that. Apparently, back in the day, pagan holidays involved sometimes beating people up, and
I don't condone that, but if that's what you need to do, I mean, I don't know, learn some martial arts or something. So it's consensual, I guess. Whatever. Martial arts people got a different way of thinking about life. Basically, to them, beating up people isn't always a bad thing as long as you're doing it with respect. So, respectful punches. We'll say that. Yeah, again, that interlude card came up saying, like, this is supposed to be, a timeout for you. If you're waiting for something to come through, it's not coming through before Christmas, so just wait. And allow yourself to not get caught up and worried about it. Ascension. So you're currently in a spiritual awakening process. So if things have been a little strange lately, you've been receiving intuitive messages, having telepathic experiences, I just want to assure you that they're real, they're not in your head, you're not crazy, schizophrenic, psychosis, whatever psychological term you want to apply to yourself, but it's real. So just stop this shit. Your spirit guides are like, we've been telling you, it's time you grow up and just accept that, Spirituality is not like what you were taught in Bible school or what your mother taught you or your father or whatever your family's been saying, but like you need to just shut the fuck up and follow your own path. Damn. Okay. That was a little harsh, but that was just messages from your spirit. Actually, I feel like that was an ancestor. Yeah, I feel like this is like your spiritual clan from your ancestors that are like, you inherited all of this stuff and you're still sitting here bitching. Because back in the day, you would have been an esteemed shaman in your community, but because modern era is, causing you to, defer to either along the lines of too sciencey or not, like, true spirituality. Like, I'm feeling like you need to get in touch with your real sense of spirituality. Don't pay attention to the crystals and the tarot and all that bullshit. Like, you gotta be focusing on how you ascend. And you can do whatever you need to do. I know you're watching a tarot card reading, but tarot card reading isn't your thing, then don't follow it. Don't abide by it. I mean, I don't know why you'd be watching a tarot card reading and not believe it, but it could just be my energy. But, like, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you're any less spiritual. Sometimes you're a writer. Sometimes I'm hearing, like, reading things. Like researching yourself. Like, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't have to be traditional, and it doesn't have to be what you are thinking. It's what you are. And pay attention to what you are rather than what you see other people doing. Like Christine is good and all, but like she doesn't, she's not the only path and doesn't know everything about what your situation is, so listen to that. Okay, so negotiator. Bargaining and begging, and I feel like you're begging for someone to come back. Like, I don't know, I got like this like hands and knees type vibe of like, please let this situation be working out. Like, I don't know if you're manifesting a person, the situationship that I mentioned earlier, or just like, please just like let everything work out, like with my job and all this, like, calm down. It's okay. You're fine. Like, it's gonna be fine. Stop begging and start, like, brushing off your knees and start putting that work in and just letting yourself be relaxed. I don't know about you, Group 1, but I feel like there's some of you that just don't know how to relax and chill, like, for real. And I mean, like, really relax. I'm not talking like, you sit with your beer and you watch TV and whatever. I'm talking like you gotta do it on a soul relax. Like deep resting, like go, like deep meditation, or go sit out in a snowbank in the cold in your boxers or your underwear or whatever the heck you wear, or butt naked. I don't know. Some people do that. I know people that could probably sit in a snowbank butt naked and they'd be fine. And I know it's like, well, it's cold, and it's like, yeah, well, so's life. Life can be cold, but maybe you need to just buck up a little bit, do that kind of like hardying type thing, to make you realize that you're a lot tougher than you think you are. And you've been through a lot tougher things, so stop begging and start just being. I want that on a shirt. Stop begging. Yeah, stop begging, start being. I don't know. I was channeling one of the songs I'm writing for my book, so, interesting. Stop begging, start being. Follow the light that's calling your name. Alright, yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert, that's a song from my upcoming novel. Okay, but not with those lyrics. Okay, so children, young, childhood, playful. And I feel like some of you, you're worried about your kids or someone else's kid, or like, I don't know if you're coming from a family that's like, where are my babies? This holiday season, where are my children? Why don't you have grandkids yet? And like, just tell people to leave it alone. Like seriously, like you actually give a shit about having a good family, and you know, just because they don't, you know, like that is some kind of a pressure that I've got personal opinions on. But like trying to stay clear of that. You know, I want you to understand that, you know, if you're going through a divorce right now or a separation from some children, and maybe that's that person you're missing, you know, missing someone else's kid or your own kids, like, you know, this is reassurance that they're going to be fine. You know, they are protected, they're safe, they're missing you too, but it's a situation that needs to be the way that it is. So just kind of let it alone, and this is your validation that it's going to work out. And financial support. So, I don't know why I needed to say it that way, but I feel like for some of you, like, this is child alimony government. I don't know if you're paying alimony, but, like, you know, I'm hearing, like, you don't have to work your ass off to afford alimony for this piece of shit. No, I'm not saying that. I don't know if that's your feelings towards them, but, like, if some of you are, like, paying alimony or paying money towards someone, if you can stop giving the money, don't. Like, they need that, but, like, don't make it a big resentful thing that needs to, like, especially if she, like, I'm feeling for some of you, if you're the guy and you're paying alimony and she's, like, spending her money on stupid shit and not focusing on the kids, like, just stop worrying about it and, you know, start prioritizing, you know, what's important in this relationship. Is it you and what she's doing, or your kids? And I know that she has the control in this situation, but you need to understand that, you know, it's not something you have control over. But the real reason why I kind of got excited with this card is I feel like abundance is coming your way, like, in the future. Again, if finances have been something you're worried about, don't worry about it, because you definitely got some money coming, honey. Like, all of y'all are, I don't want to say Miss Moneybags, but, like, you're gonna be attracting some wealth coming up. So, you know, stop worrying about it and just understand that, you know, it's Christmas, and Christmas is not about wealth or money, it's about family, you know, and keep that in mind, because everyone else is going to be showing off and being like, oh, look at this new ring that, you know, my husband, and like, if you're the dude sitting there going like, damn, I wish I could afford that for my girlfriend, or like, you know, I wish I had a girlfriend to give a ring to, or like, you know, you're sitting there trying to be like, I wish I could have bought little Timmy, you know, his favorite gift, and I couldn't this year, and I feel like such a piece of shit because I put on all this work and I still couldn't do, like, knock that shit off, alright? You know, you are doing what you can for your kids, and they're gonna live if they don't have the best iPhone out there, or whatever the heck. Which, stop giving your babies iPhones. I'm just saying that. I don't feel like any of you are that way, but that's just a rant I needed to go on right now. Maybe that's what you're gonna be ranting about this Christmas. Like, why are all these babies carrying iPhones? They can't even read yet. You're giving them this shit. Maybe that's what's going on in your family dinner. Look at all the stars. Oh, yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. Is, I don't know, maybe you're really into astrology, and if that's something that you're called towards, you know, you should be paying attention to what, you know, is going on in the stars in this astrology community. That's not something I affiliate with, but I feel like some of you, astrology is your thing. And so if that's you, you should be definitely paying attention to those messages coming through for this Christmas season. That, or maybe you're just a superstar and you need to be shining your light out to the crowd, and or maybe you should be treating yourself like you're a superstar. Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit more accurate. Is like, you need to show up like the star you are, you know? Like, you've got so much going for you, Group 1, and I know this has been a really long reading, but, you know, I think it's important that you realize that, you know, like, stars, first of all, they shine really bright, but they're also not alone. Like, look at this, there's a whole fucking galaxy, and it's like, it's not like you're the only superstar out there either. And, you know, one star can't find another star if they're not shining. So, you know, if you're looking for your people right now, or if you're looking for, you know, stars and signals, like, you know, you gotta step up and shine your true light, and that's what's going to attract the galaxies around you. Aw, that was so cute, whatever I just channeled. Okay, I'm going to read you these cards as final messages and then probably leave it there because I've been yakking for a long time. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Yeah, I just wanted to say Mr. Anxious Butt, and I don't know why that particular terminology, because most of you are girls, but maybe it's for those one or two people, maybe not. I'm getting no, but like basically, make sure that you are in line with your spirituality and trust that everything is working out, even if you don't have all the answers. Your anxiety's lying to you. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the results. Again, I feel like y'all are like staring out at a dark night sky and you're looking for the stars and you're looking for the stars and you're like, man, clearly I can't see the stars right now, so that means there must be no stars. And your spiritual guides are like, no, the clouds are in the way. The stars are there and have always been there. You just need to have a little faith that eventually, the rainstorms are going to pass, the clouds are going to pass, and you're going to see the stars again, Or go to a new location, change something different so you can see the stars. You can't see the stars from the same place. If you're trying to go stargazing, are you going to pick a spot where there's a giant ass billboard in the way, where you only see like 2 stars on the outside, and then you're going like, oh man, there isn't a really good meteor shower going on right now. Like, how stupid is that? That's what your guys are saying you're doing, is like, you can't expect the universe to be in your favor and things to work out if you're looking at a stupid billboard instead of the sky, remove these obstacles, or if something's working out, move in a different direction. Follow the beat of your own drum, bitch. I'll play you a cadence right now if you need it. Somebody laughed. Okay, so you got, I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. And there's this pregnant lady, and I'm like, I don't know why, but I got really nervous. So maybe you're going to be conceiving an idea this next upcoming holiday season. Something about this time, I'm seeing gift giving, and I feel like, I'm hearing Sacred Mother, allow yourself just to be able to receive the universe for what it is, and that, I'm hearing something about babies don't grow overnight. They evolve and they change, and when you see an infant or a person, a person whenever they're first born is different than whenever they've grown to the age of 18, and that's exactly like you. You're like this little baby, your true authentic self is still in the womb processing, and then once you kind of complete this spiritual transformation or ascension you're going through, you're going to be able to come out in the world in a different way. But that version of you is always going to be changing. So stop holding yourself to an old story or an old version of yourself when it's going to change. It's supposed to change. If you're not changing, you're probably not doing something right. Take the good, leave the bad. And finally... Oh, and something about the moon, too. Pay attention to lunar cycles, I heard. For some of you, that applies. If it doesn't apply, don't take that, but... Because here's another moon one. It says, as soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power towards what I want. Alright? And so this is saying, stop focusing on the negative, start focusing on the positive. Light that Christmas tree up, baby. Yeah! Whenever you turn your lights off and you admire the Christmas tree with all the Christmas lights, are you sitting there staring at the dark corners where Krampus is hiding? Krampus? Corpus Christi? I don't know. Or are you sitting there looking at the damn tree, and all its pretty little lights, choose to see the light and, just follow the light, and it's going to lead you through the darkness. Anyways, though, guys, that was a really long reading, so I appreciate you sticking around, but thanks for spending the time with me, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great holiday season, and Catch you next time. See ya. Hi, Group 2. You have chosen this beautiful black pendant. So these are going to be your messages about love and relationships for the holiday season. Okay, so these have been just kind of spontaneous and random. I really don't have a structure for how these are going to be going, so the first one was pretty long, so if you felt drawn to that one, make sure to check that one out, but otherwise, take whatever messages you need to hear and leave the rest. But I feel like this is going to be a long video, so... But you guys would be shorter, so that's good to know. Alright, so I'm going to take a moment to tap into your energy, Group 2, and just see what's going on for this holiday season. I got like a really weird, like, sense of the energy. It was almost like it's kind of like flatline, then behind there it's like, yay! Like, I got this almost like, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and then it was like, oh. I don't know what that means, but, I'm just gonna start pulling some cards and see what comes up, so. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know if some of y'all are from Texas or something, but there's like a, yeah, buddy. Like, I'm hearing like a really gruff, like, cowboy voice of some kind. I'm hearing like, it ain't over till it's over there, Susie. So maybe you're gonna be watching some Christmas movies or some, like, westerns for your family Christmas or whatever. Anything else? Yeah, or maybe you're like a country gal or a country boy or something like that, but I'm feeling like, hey man, woo, we're gonna have ourselves a good time. Like, yeah. But there's also like some kind of it's like a bittersweet holiday season with relationships, so, and love, so. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Some of y'all are getting super laid. Sorry. Yeah, I'm hearing like super, like, I don't know. I don't know if you're like the work hard, play hard crowd, or you're just like, you're gonna have a fun Christmas outing with some people, or like I'm seeing like you with like a group of people that are like, hell yeah, woo, like going out drinking, having a good time with some family or some folks you haven't seen. I feel like some people are gonna travel to come see you. Yes or no? All right. No more cards from them. Anything else? Yes or no? Oh, okay. That's nice, because the last reading had basically almost every single deck, and I was sitting there going like, man, y'all gotta chill out. Yeah. Whoo. I feel like some of y'all are going through a spiritual awakening of some kind. That's like the first vibe I got from this first card, where it's like a skull with some glowing light coming out of your eyeballs. So I got like that reference to like Christianity with like the whole like the fire being on top of your head during Pentecost. It's like, but it's coming out of your eyeballs and shit. So maybe you're gonna be speaking some truths this Christmas, or like, again, I'm feeling more of like a spiritual awakening sort of when you're getting in alignment. So keep that this way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing some of y'all are going to be doing a dance with the devil. I'm hearing, or like the devil went down to Georgia. Oh shit. Ooh, that's creepy. Okay, that's got some weird Krampus energy. Yeah, but you're doing some kind of a dance with the devil. And so I don't know if you're kind of sitting here like, I'm seeing something like either temptation at a party, or you might get a little too carried away at a Christmas function of some kind. Maybe it's with work, or maybe it's like, you know, especially like with your partner. I feel like half of you already got significant others, or there's some kind of like, you and someone else are going to be getting down, and it ain't going to be appropriate for the family, and maybe some family members are going to be calling you out on you and your promiscuous ways. I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot like, I'm focusing on this card. All right, it looks like two people dressed like chickens or some shit, and they're like kind of skeletons doing the nasty or something, but like I don't know, it's some kind of just like a promiscuity type of energy. Okay, I'm not obsessing over that. It's kind of interesting. I noticed that like so the bottom of this card says 21 and this card over here is 12 but in reverse. And so I'm feeling like there's some paralleling energies where I don't know if there's somebody that like you're with somebody else and there's like a person that's kind of like watching in the distance as you're like I feel like this dude's like he's taken my woman. Like and it's interesting because this guy's like he's got a jaguar outfit and he's holding a mirror and I feel like he's kind of trying to like bring awareness to you with again either your promiscuity or like saying like you need to watch yourself on some of the things you've been doing lately that that are harming yourself. I guess either you're just going a little too hard or there's just something that either this one person doesn't like or maybe it's a family member. No, it's not a family member. I feel like you've got either a secret admirer, there's somebody that's like, that's my girl, stop sleeping with him. I don't know, that's a very specific message. Maybe you're that guy, I don't know, but no, I'm not getting that vibe. Oh, it's kind of funny, but anyways, like, you're having a great old time, that's all that matters. Maybe this is like a future spouse who's just been watching and waiting, but I don't know, but as long as you're having a good time, I mean, spirit guides are saying, live it up. It's Christmas. Do your drinking and your dancing and hoeing around. Whatever you want to do, girlfriend. Okay, so for this one, I feel like there's some kind of, like, I'm seeing this as, like, obstacles or, like, technology. Ooh. Yeah, there's some kind of, like... What? I'm not saying that. Yeah, I don't know if it's some kind of like obsession with something. I keep hearing like possession or like, okay, I heard like demonic possession, but it's not like you're demonically possessed, but I feel like your demons are like consuming your behavior. And so you need to watch how this affects your family in particular, or there's somebody that's watching, either like you have a young child or I don't know, something to just like keep your demons in check. I feel like either you've been having some prophetic dreams or nightmares or something that's been keeping you up at night, but there's some kind of like a rumination I'm feeling, and it's been causing you some discomfort. And it isn't something you should be concerned about. It is, again, I feel like it's part of your spiritual awakening, but there's some kind of like your third eye's opening and making you more aware. And I'm seeing with this bed, with like the way the moons are, this kind of reminds me of like the Wicca tradition. As so above, as so below. And I don't know, I feel like this holiday season is going to be there's going to be some discomfort, but there's also going to be singing and dancing and a lot of fun. So I don't want this situation to make you upset or anything or think it's going to be bad, but like I feel like this card right here, this has been lurking in the corner. I didn't even see it. It scared the piss out of me for some reason, because it's almost like you're kind of like, again, there's a reason it was behind me. It's like I want to push away all the dark stuff and I want to focus on having a good time during the holiday season. So maybe you're doing that. And your spirit guides are reminding you to just not let what you're avoiding seep into the abundance that's coming your way with, I'm hearing particularly your family or your relationships. Like don't push off, and ignore this stuff, but try to at least like ignore it to a degree that you aren't letting it consume you and get in the way of your life, if that makes any sense. And I feel like, again, it's interesting that we've got like 4 cards, and there should be 4, but it's like this has a place right here, but it doesn't want to be. But I want you to understand that you can still have a good time and hold a place for your grief and your things going on. I don't know, for the dudes, I'm hearing there's something about drinking alcohol. You gotta watch your alcohol consumption. Specifically, some of the men. The women, not so much, but like, I feel like you're kind of using the holiday season as an excuse to kind of get trashed in order to conceal something, either your feelings for someone, or like you're like, I really hate this family member, or like I really hate what's going on, but I can't deal with it because I'm supposed to be here with my family, and so I'm just gonna drink so I can forget what all happened and all the slights. And I'm just hearing that you don't need to do that. You can just let it roll off your back and you'll be fine. And don't do that to yourself. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Alright, so I was looking at this card, and it's a really beautiful card, but I was looking at it like, kind of like, I didn't realize this was a person with like almost like water coming out of the eyes, because I saw it as water coming out of the titties. Because the way the thing is. And I was like kind of feeling like this maternal energy of just, let it flow, and kind of like allow yourself to just kind of be as you are. And like, if you do start feeling upset by some things that your family members are going to say, focus on all of this, pretty light up here. Because I feel like you're learning how to handle both the harsh things and the beautiful things at once. And I get the vibe that this card's about balance, and these two can coexist, and you can still have a good holiday season despite that. And relationships with your family, no one's family's a cakewalk, and I feel like you're kind of sitting here going like, oh man, you should have heard the things that Aunt Susan said during Thanksgiving, because they're all going to come up on Christmas and it's going to be a shit show. Something like that. Like, I don't know if there's some kind of like, Jerry Springer type drama or whatever, but like, just kind of like, if it's a chaotic mess and a chaotic party, just let it be the way it is and don't try to control the chaos. Just roll with it. If you gotta go running outside with your pants down, just do it. Just don't let yourself go and, say some hurtful things to some folks, because, they're going through a rough time too. Particularly your spouse, I heard. Your spouse is definitely kind of feeling it this holiday season. I don't know, maybe they're like energetically your spouse or something, or like, you haven't been particularly honest with them about something that's going on with your financials for Christmas, or they're just, I don't know if you guys had a fight recently. I don't know what I'm channeling, but, just relax and try to have some fun with it. I'm not saying that. Okay, so then this card, I don't know why I was thinking, this was in reverse, but it's like some dude shoveling an eyeball, and I was sitting there thinking about like shoveling snow, or shoveling shit out of your driveway after the family leaves. Like, I don't know if you're going to be doing a big cleanup after a party, or you're just shoveling through the bullshit, I'm hearing, and just plugging away, and like, you're losing your mind. Like, I got the vibe of like, I lost my head because these people are driving me nuts. I'm feeling like, don't put so much effort into it, and, just take everything at surface level, and, let Aunt Susie say whatever it is, or Uncle Joe, who promised you that he was going to let you borrow the boat, this last summer, and he isn't going to do it, and you know that. So stop putting effort into trying to figure out what's the truth, and just, use the manure to plant your garden, I guess I should say. Alright, so that was these. Man, some of y'all got some sassy, like, family stories. Like, I don't know, I keep hearing, like, Texas or something about, like, if you're not from Texas, you got that Texas family vibe. Or, like, some partying, like, you're all good people, but damn, sometimes Uncle Joe can just really get on your nerves. And his kids, man, like, why doesn't he control his kids? Like, why doesn't he, say something whenever they're, pulling out the Christmas tree and causing grandma to have an aneurysm? Like, why do they do this every Christmas? What? I really hope one of y'all comments. I don't know why I keep saying y'all, but it's like, I really hope some of you guys comment and let me know if this is true, because I don't want to meet your family, but at the same time, I just want to know if I'm channeling this right, because it's kind of funny. The sarcasm emanating from these cards. Alright, so the cards you got were, I am different now. You did not break me. And I'm hearing, like, you need to remember, when you're dealing with your family that, this year did not break you. So, you know what? If you didn't make as much money as Uncle Paul or your brother Paul or your cousin Paul, I don't know why I'm hearing that name, but, like, if you didn't make as much money as Paul during those last 2 years because of the pandemic or you lost your job or some shit, like, he's gonna sit there and brag and, let him blow his wind. Like, you didn't break. And that's something you really should be proud of this holiday season, that, you stood up for yourself, you made it through, and that's all you needed to do. You didn't need to live up to all these unrealistic expectations, and you know what? If there's people that are more successful than you, then fine. Let them talk and let them gloat. You should be proud of the fact that you got out of bed and did your hair and showed up to the frickin' party, because these people don't deserve your time. Oh! Yo! Oh man, that was savage. Oh. You needed to hear that though. I feel it. I know, I'm like snapping my fingers like, preach girl, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. This is what we're not paying for. I took the easy way out. Yeah, and I think that's something to remind you is that, you didn't take the easy way out. You stood your ground and you're still doing the things that you should be, that the rest of your family should be doing. And, they're the ones taking the easy way out, not you. They're not coming in and supporting you. They're sitting there flapping their mouths or whatever, but, like, who's been shoveling all the shit this whole time? You have. And you shouldn't be, but that's what you've been doing, and so you need to be proud of yourself. And, and your spouse, they're gonna say what they're gonna say, like, but, they know and understand that it hasn't been easy for you. And so they're a little bit more sympathetic than your family. But if you got some of those tough conversations or those awkward phone calls, like, just let it brush off your back. Because you are a superstar, honey, and you gotta just let it go. Just let it go. This ain't worth your time. I hope I will see you again sometime. And I feel like there's somebody in your family that, you are hoping to see. Like, I know you kind of sometimes get caught up in the crazy crowd, but, there are people that you're going to see again this holiday season that's going to make you happy. And so focus on those positive interactions and, laugh at your cousins, but don't be too harsh and critical. They're still, I don't know, I felt like someone's autistic or something, but, like, they've got their own issues going on, and there's a reason they are the way that they are, and they've got, basically, it's not your place to judge them, just let them be how they are, and just roll your eyes and keep moving. Or don't roll your eyes, but, some of you will be doing it, but, just have some patience with them, because they don't know what they're doing, or they've got difficult circumstances you're not aware of. Or hasn't been diagnosed yet. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody hasn't been diagnosed with something, and that's why they keep making the same stupid decisions every Christmas. Why they keep stealing the eggnog, and no one understands why they keep doing that weird behavior. That was a very specific example. Please tell me someone does that in their family, that they got someone who steals eggnog and drinks it before everyone gets to the Christmas party. I don't know. I'm happy that it's over, and I'm feeling you're going like, woo, finger guns. You're so happy that something, I don't know if you've had a colossal shift this year. Either you dumped that shitty ex-boyfriend, or you've been like, I've been working really hard on myself. It's over and it's time to celebrate. So make sure that you celebrate that fact. Even if other people don't recognize the hard work you put in, you did. And you should be very happy and give yourself a pat on the back, girlfriend. Don't listen to other people. Like, other people in this situation don't understand the stress and the hardship that you've been through, even if it was emotional hardship. And you know what? If they can't see it, it doesn't matter, because you know it, and you should be celebrating too. Just as much as, Uncle Jim over there with his 3 boats and his, stupid, 401k and his, hedge funds and whatever the heck he's doing. I'm hearing like mutual fund, or I don't know if he's doing mutual bond trading, but whatever his stupid thing is, like, he didn't work for that. He didn't. So, like, don't sweat it, because he got the easy way and you just happen to get the short end of the stick in the family reunion. So, like, don't worry about it. Again, I don't know if that's a very specific person, but, like, I love this group. I'm just saying. I know you're watching me, and I feel like you kind of know that you're being looked out for. You know, and that's something to keep in mind that, like, even though your family's a little crazy and a little weird, you know, they are looking out for you and they do care about you. You know, so make sure when everyone does that big family group hug at the Christmas party and grandma's crying about, like, you know, someone getting engaged and whatever, like, you know, doesn't matter if they're watching you, like, they don't see everything, but that love's still there. And you still got a place with your family regardless of, you know, what little quips they make or weird shenanigans y'all get into. I don't know what kind of people you are, but you sound like you're a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm seeing, like, I don't really know you, and I feel like you kind of don't really, I don't know if it's that feeling of, like, your family doesn't really know you for who you really are, and I want you to know it's okay, and that you don't have to show your true self to your family. You know, if they aren't your soul family, if they aren't, like, you know, they're not always going to be perfect. You don't have to show all of you to them. Like, if you're worried about either, like, coming out this Christmas or, like, I'm hearing if you're planning on coming out this Christmas, it doesn't really matter what their opinion is because they're going to talk shit or they're going to maybe be weirded out. Like, it's not going to go as bad as you think, but it's not going to be, like, maybe the welcomed reception you're expecting. And here's the thing is, it doesn't matter if they know what your sexual orientation is or not. Like, they don't know you really anyways, so what does it matter if they know who you're banging? You know, I mean, unless you're bringing your boyfriend home and whatever, I mean, like, obviously that matters, but, like, you don't need their approval, honey. You know, him or her. I feel like for one of you, it's at least a guy that's coming out, maybe, which congrats. You know, that's a hard thing to do, but, like, you know, it doesn't matter if they know you or not. So, just say what you gotta say and leave it at that. In that moment, I didn't care. And I'm hearing, yeah, in the moment, don't care about anything that they have to say. Just live it up and go have fun. I do wish you well. And I feel like, you know, you've got some family members that don't wish you well this holiday Christmas, and that's why I'm feeling with either this coming out thing or, like, you know, you revealing someone's pregnant or whatever. I feel like a lot of you have some kind of secret that you're specifically hiding from your family. And, you know, in the case of you wishing to connect with your family, you know, not all of your family members wish you well, and that's okay. And you still got to protect yourself and your sanity, and, you know, and maybe that's why you're drinking so hard, because you're sitting there going, like, God damn, if I hear one more homophobic comment from Uncle Ben, God damn, I'm going to blow his head off with my shotgun. What? Why did I just say that? Like, I don't know, I got that, again, it's that Texas, like, bang bang energy, like, I ain't taking anyone's shit this Christmas, and I'm like, well, maybe you should take a little bit just to keep the peace, because I feel like if you want to be coming back next Christmas, you should tone it down a little bit there, sir, ma'am. Oh my god. But yeah, some of these people don't wish you well, and so that's why you don't need their approval either. You don't need their money, you don't need their time, so, like, don't let yourself stopping yourself from having a good time. I'm sorry, and I feel like someone in your family's remorseful for how you get treated. Like, I feel like even though you've got those loud, obnoxious relatives that do talk shit about you all the time, you know, there are some relatives that they don't speak up because they're scared of either receiving financial benefits from those obnoxious people, or there's, like, I don't know, there's just, like, I'm sorry that, and I wish we could do more for you and accept you for who you are. We just can't because we're scared, and we don't know how to do that for ourselves. So it isn't your fault that you aren't able to connect with your family the way that you want to, and it's not your responsibility to change them. You're just responsible for showing up and having a good time, doing your family duties, and then leaving and going and making love to your hot girlfriend or your hot boyfriend. I don't know why hot girlfriend came up, but I mean, you're like, she's really hot. Yeah. Yeah, you go have a good time. Alright, so anyways though, group 2. I'm just making sure I'm channeling group 2's energy. Okay, alright. That was just a very specific channel. Then the last 2 cards you got are, I've been struggling and I couldn't tell you face to face. And I feel as though you've been dealing with some hardships lately. And I mean, I think, again, I'm feeling that demon of drinking, of just being like, listen, I just want to drink my woes away to get me through this holiday season, please, Jesus. like you got this little anxiety. But, like, I think you should accept the fact that you've been struggling, and so you're not gonna live up to these unrealistic expectations, and you need to accept the fact that you have been struggling and that, other people are struggling too, even if it doesn't seem like it. Like, again, I'm getting this vibe of either some social media stuff, it makes, like, or maybe someone's engagement, everyone's, trying to fawn over, or maybe no one got engaged or no one got pregnant, and some families get really upset about that because it's like a competition, where you're like, everyone's got to have a baby every single year, like whatever to celebrate for. And, it's okay to struggle, like, it's been a hard 2 years, man. Like, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself for not living up to your family's expectations. And it isn't just that. I feel like you're going to be struggling a little bit to handle some of these family interactions, and just want to say it's okay. It's not you. Alright? It's not you. It's not your problem that you're gay. It's not your problem that they don't know how to handle themselves and be adults. If your family's going off and like burning the town and you're sitting there in the corner just putting your face in your hands going, God damn, Uncle Ben, why does he do this? Why is it every time I bring over a significant other like my boyfriends every single time, he chases them off with his weird conspiracy shit that doesn't make any sense, and I just gotta sit here and take it? Like, you know what, they're probably struggling with their own mental illnesses and whatever too, so just leave it and just keep your mouth shut. I'm hearing for all of y'all in group 2, keep your mouth shut this holiday season, okay? Just keep it shut, say what you gotta say, be respectful, polite, and then move on. Accept your money and your cash gifts and just walk. And you're not being, a mooch or whatever for accepting those types of financial gifts either. However, don't take their shit either. Like, if they try pressuring you and say, well, I'll only give you this money if you're blah, 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 like, then say, fuck it. But, like, and you're like, but I need that money. It's like, yeah, well, you don't need them. You really don't. So, you're gonna be fine. So, and then I couldn't tell you face to face. And I feel like there's some kind of, like, you're a little embarrassed. Again, either if you're gonna be saying the secret out loud to people's faces, or like you're gonna be doing something where you're gonna be exposing yourself a little bit and you're embarrassed. And I want you to know it's okay if you don't have the strength to do it this holiday season and say what you gotta say, Or I'm hearing like maybe coming clean about something that, like, what, you have been struggling financially and that you don't have the money for the Christmas gifts that little Timmy asked for this year. Don't be shy, and, if there's that awkward silence in the room, I mean, they gotta deal with it, because you've been dealing with it, and have they been fucking helping you? No, they haven't. So they can deal. Little Timmy can cry about it, because guess what, Timmy? There's a pandemic. The economy's in shambles, and you're, I had like a very explicit example, but I'm not supposed to say it out loud, but basically, it's not the parents or you group 2's fault that you don't have the funds to support their future, technology addiction or whatever. Like, they can cry about it, and just because their mother doesn't seem to have any boundaries about what they give their child, like, that ain't your problem. And it's okay if other people know that you're, either not taking care of yourself or whatever. And the people that do love you and are sorry, like these people that are hiding in the dark corner, I think you're going to see them this holiday season. Especially if you're open and honest, you're going to see the people who really truly care about you and are going to support you in this upcoming year once they know the truth of your situation. So, anyways, group 2, that is your reading. I hope that was useful for you, and I hope that you get to see some... I'm not making that make it. The joke I was thinking was, I hope you get to see some sauce in your stocking. Damn it, I wanted to use that joke later for something I was gonna post somewhere else, but yeah, just let yourself be. Let the craziness flow. Your family's your family, and they still love you regardless of if they throw a fit about you being gay or whatever the hell is you're talking about. Like, just let it go. It's fine. They're going to get over it, and they're still going to support you and love you, even if they don't seem like it up front. So, and if they don't, then say goodbye, toots, because it's 2021, and we need to start learning to evolve here. Getting some brain cells, so... Anyways, though, love you guys, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out, y'all. Hello, Group 3. You have chosen the beautiful flower necklace. I freaking adore this necklace. It's so pretty. And it looks like it has labradorite on the bottom, but it's more of like one of those weird shell things, because it's a cheap necklace, but it's still really pretty. So, this is going to be messages for your holiday season. I feel like a lot of you guys celebrate Christmas, so take what resonates if you don't. But yeah. So give me a moment to kind of tap into your energy right now. How these readings have been going, they're very inconsistent. So if you feel drawn to another pile, feel free to check out those as well. However, I feel like this pile is pretty special. I don't know. I'm getting the word like special. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and channel some messages and just let it flow. So, yeah, I don't know. I've really got like, the words I'm hearing right off the bat are coming home. And like the specific imagery I'm getting, it's like a really beautiful, like, to me, it's kind of like when you are in, I'm seeing like a Nordic country where there's like just snow blanketing the ground and there's the moon and the stars are out and everything's just super peaceful and quiet, and it's a really beautiful, loving energy I'm feeling, that either the universe is sending you or just, I keep hearing like silent night, you know? Like, it's really beautiful, soft, feminine energy. And I kind of felt this with pile 1, but it's definitely different. Like, I feel like this, I keep hearing like, this is going to be a really special time for you, Group 3. Like, your holiday season is definitely going to be more, I'm hearing like, more towards romance and kind of just like, and yet it's, yeah, it's something about like, it's about romance, you know, either maybe that's what you're kind of hoping to get from this pile, or just like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I keep wanting to like rub my hand because it's almost like, you know, either there's a loved one that you really want to be making love to, or like really like soft, like, or like I'm also seeing like hands of a child on your palm, so maybe you're a mother and you know you're wanting to spend time with your children. I'm just getting a lot of strong, like, pure feminine vibes from this pile. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards for some messages. And I heard right off the bat, like, I'm hearing there's like a journey ahead of you that's gonna be coming to fruition, or you're starting a new chapter, or there's going to be a continuation of something that has been ongoing, but it's going to be towards a more favorable outcome. So if you've been worried about it, it's going to be all right. Yeah, I don't know if like you're going to be donating some money to charity. I don't know. I heard like donations, or maybe you volunteer, which if you do, you're a beautiful soul, or like helping out at like a homeless shelter this Christmas, or I'm also hearing like maybe donating to a family member of some kind. Like maybe I'm seeing like an elderly sick woman, or like someone who's elderly, and you're going to be, you know, either spending some time with that family member to kind of help ease their situation. Yeah, or like grandparents. I don't know, it's just really beautiful feminine energy. And I feel like some of you don't even, like, I feel like you don't even sense or realize the energy that's around you because maybe you're not very intuitive with it, but like it's the underlying energy that's guiding you and moving things forward. Like I'm also seeing like, I'm seeing like the Arctic, where it's like the ocean kind of is like slowly rushing out across like this like flat rocks, and it just goes shh. I'm hearing like that sound. Everything's gonna be alright. I don't know if you really resonated with Group 1, which if you resonated with Group 1 but you weren't sure which pile you should pick, you should definitely watch Group 1. Or all of them. I'm hearing maybe for a particular person you should be watching all of these because you couldn't decide, so you just listen to all of it. But yeah, there's messages all over the place here. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of this has to do with romance. Like I'm just feeling very beautiful, like energy here. Since I'm probably gonna cut off a lot of this, something that came up while shuffling this was the situation isn't over yet. I'm hearing like it's not over till it's over, so don't lose hope. And I'm hearing like it's the circumstances that are prohibiting this situation from manifesting, and that it's all right. You two are gonna be fine. Any other decks? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Well, thank God it finally stopped, because you basically almost have an entire deck of cards of your own. Group 3. So I'm gonna have to condense this reading a little bit, just because I already did a really long reading for group 1, and I feel like there's gonna be some mixed messages in this pile. So, and considering this is probably going to be the overwhelming romance pile, I'm going to try breaking this down and keeping it somewhat brief, since there's going to be a situation that you're trying to ask about. So, alright, let me see how I want to do this. So this is for in general. Yep, so I'm going to start off with these cards, which these are for everybody that picked group 3. Alright, or pile 3. And these cards are what's consistent for all of your situations, rather than going into the specific intimate details of everybody. So, let's get started. So, yeah. So, you got abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever desire in this physical reality. You got envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn, especially in romantic relationships. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Yes, you are. And then this was in reverse, so I feel like you're very resistant to accepting this card, but this is pride, and it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And I'm specifically being called out to say, you do not do this. You are not being spiteful or too proud by seeing yourself in other people. You are not a bad person for being proud of yourself. In fact, you need to be more proud of yourself and have more pride because of all of your achievements and how lovely of a person you are. You don't need to be accepting of everyone else's bullshit and, your own bullshit, and not be proud of how far you've come, what you've accomplished, and who you're becoming. You need to have a little bit more pride in yourself because you're proud of the wrong things. I'm hearing like you're proud of your social status, you're proud of materialism and those things, when those aren't really what's inside of you, and you're not proud of how much you light up a room, how much other people see how wonderful of a human being. Like, you're not proud about those things when you should be, when you're proud about all these other things that aren't as important. And so it's like I want to just take this card and flip it upright. Yeah, that feels a little bit better after releasing that. But you need to be more proud of who you are rather than what you think other people want you to be proud of, if that makes sense. Like, you're relying on external opinions of what you should be proud of. And your person wants you to know that as well. Okay, so next card is freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You are creating your own happiness right now. You are responsible for creating your own happiness, despite your circumstances with this person. You are free to fail in relationships. You are free to do as you please, to hurt as you please, to love as you please, to be as you please. That is true freedom, and not allowing the opinions of others, the romantic inclinations of others, to determine what your needs are. You are free, and that's something that needs to be abundantly clear to you, but also you should see that there's abundance in how much freedom you really have in your situation. It isn't always about someone else. It's always about you. Your life should always be about you, and some version of you isn't accepting of that. Purpose. I know what I am here to do, and your purpose is here to live and experience life. That's it. That's all it is. It's not some big mystery. It's not about attracting a partner, attracting abundance, living this big fancy. You are here to experience and love life. That is all you need to do. And so however you want that to be, that's the story you're choosing. You know, you don't have to have this big glorious purpose and live up to your family's expectations or your own silly expectations. I'm hearing silly because it's almost like you're a beautiful, wonderful, abundant person and you're sitting here beating yourself up for not being the king on the hill when you're not supposed to be the king on the hill. There's only one king in an entire kingdom, you know, and that isn't you, and that's okay. Or it isn't always going to be you. You're not always going to be on top because cycles. And you shouldn't be beating yourself up on for trying to live an unrealistic expectation of yourself. You've been through shit. You know, you got this adversity card. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. You're still overcoming adversities from your past and your childhood. So you shouldn't have this unrealistic expectation that you're supposed to be perfect. Because even if you are the king on the hill, it doesn't matter what other people think anyway, regardless, because you're king or queen. You know? Yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason before I put this card down, I got this I was hearing in my head overwhelming sense of grief and loss. And I didn't know what the card was, but then I looked at it and it says peace. And if anything, it's kind of weird because it looks like, it reminds me of Judaism, the colors, and like, you know, Hanukkah or something. So I don't know if some of you are Jewish or like you relate to that, but, or Christianity, I guess that could fall in line with it, but you know, peace. And I'm hearing like, again, peace on earth and silent night in my head. Like, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. And this holiday season, you need to prioritize releasing the loss of potential for a relationship that went south, for the loss of a partner, a spouse, a potential partner or spouse. Oh God, I want to cry. You need to find peace within yourself, within your circumstances, and allowing yourself to accept peace from the moment, you know? And that's coming your way if you choose to accept it, you know? And allow yourself to do so, because I think you've been crying about a situation for a little too long now. And it's kind of interesting looking at the colors. Like, my eyes were drawn to it where you've got like this red, yellow, green, purple, blue. Like, these are like all of the colors of the different chakras. This isn't a very strong green, but it's green. And again, it's kind of almost like, I'm seeing it as working towards divinity and spirituality. So like you've got abundance, envy, adversity all up here, acceptance, pride, freedom, and then purpose and peace. That's actually really cool. That's so cool. Yeah, and like these mandalas with the flowers and whatnot, it's like these cards are like you're going to be going through these stages of appreciating yourself and the spiritual side of it, that by working through accepting abundance, working through your envy of, I feel like you can be envious of your significant other and your significant other's success, or someone that you respect. You're envious of what they have, or you're envious of your friends having relationships and that you don't, or your family, you're envious. Like, there's all kinds of like jealousy or like possessiveness where you're like, I need this person to feel happy. Like, I need this person to feel happy. And you need to let go of that, because that's not where you're going to find abundance and happiness, in the relationship with the person you're thinking of. So relax. Again, adversity is something that you've built. Like, you've been through some trauma. I'm hearing specifically the word trauma. It isn't adversity, it's trauma. And you need to accept that you're a traumatized person and human being, and it's okay if you don't have all the answers. It's okay if you don't have the relationship that you're desiring. Like, maybe you're with a person that you're not supposed to be with right now, and you know this, but you're sticking it out because you aren't ready for the person that you want or the person that you need. And it's okay if you need to accept for less for a little bit, because again, you're traumatized. You're still learning. You're still growing. You were just a kid. And you don't need to listen to everyone else's romantic bullshit advice when it doesn't apply to you. Because it doesn't. Your situation is specific to you. You've seen things that other people shouldn't have seen at your age, and you're still working through those things. So you are not going to have a Hallmark Christmas relationship with your family, with your situation, with your person, and romance. And like, again, maybe that's why I was feeling like this strong desire for like this beautiful romantic thing where it's like, I think you're trying to see the beauty in the artificial. You know, like this is a very beautiful necklace, but guess what? It's cheap. I bought it for like $12. Okay? And it looks really pretty, but it doesn't have a lot of value. What gives it value is me looking at it and getting joy out of it and enjoying the moment for what it is. And you need to realize that not all that glitters is gold, but that doesn't mean you can't appreciate it if it's sparkly, you know? You chose it for a reason, and it's okay if you made a bad choice in the past, or you're in a bad situation. You know? It's okay. You know, just relax. Like, the holidays, again, are about feeling the love and expressing joy, you know? Like, it's specifically the only time out of the year that in this capitalistic society, we prioritize spending time with family, you know? And with the exception of retail and emergency workers and all that other stuff, like everybody else, like, it's the only time where it's socially acceptable to rest. It's the only time socially acceptable to spend time with family, you know? And even though there's a little bit of contention with that with some people, like overall though as a society, it's the only time we get anymore, you know? And you should be taking advantage of that time to spend time with your true family, not the ones that you seem to attach to. You know, I feel like your trauma attaches you to your family in a negative way, and it affects your ability to have a good time during this holiday season. And that's okay, you know? And it isn't always bad. Like, I feel like you're kind of sitting there like, well, Christina, like, this situation isn't always that bad, isn't it? And I'm like, I think you're placing a lot of your deflections of your family situation and the crossroads you're coming to and stress of your life situation on the absence of a significant other. Yeah. And that absence is why you're so focused on filling that void with that other person, because really you're deflecting from all this other stuff. And I want you to understand that it's okay. And that's why with the person that you're supposed to be with and the person that's coming your way is not going to fulfill you in the ways that you think this person you're with or you're planning on seeing is not fulfilling you. And that kind of hurts some of you because it's a hard thing to accept to reach that conclusion. But it's going to be okay. Because again, once you clear through this abundance, envy, or I feel like you have a resistance to abundance as well, almost like you don't want to be successful because it detaches you from the trauma that you faced, and it detaches you from your family, or you see it that way, when that really isn't the case. I mean, you're always connected to your family. It's just how you go about making it a healthy dynamic is really how you connect to them. Like, don't connect to them through the trauma, connect to them for who they actually are. And you know, their situation is theirs to own. You are not responsible for taking care of a parent, I'm hearing like a childhood friend, or somebody that's in your life that you're taking care of that you shouldn't be. It's not your responsibility to do that, all right? And once you overcome that, you get to acceptance, like accepting yourself, accepting what you can't change, accepting the circumstances. You'll begin to be able to actually receive the real love from your family and those that really love you instead of superficial love. And that's going to be super important for you this holiday season. Like, remember to not allow superficial love into your life. Christmas gifts don't matter. The time spent with other people, like, I feel like there's someone in particular you're watching, either a significant other, a spouse, or somebody, they're spending time with someone else that either they shouldn't be spending time with, or they're not seeing you, or there's like a jealousy thing, and you need to accept that they're just trying to live their life, and it's okay, and it says nothing about your love for them and their love for you. All right? It's okay if the people that you want right now and the people that you love right now are not with you. It's intentional. I know it sucks, but it's supposed to be that way. Yeah, and again, I'm looking at it as like working through your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your heart chakra, and then going to the purples and the blues are dealing with like the throat chakra and your higher self, third eye and crown chakras. Again, it's you need to work through this base trauma in your heart, your hips, your solar plexus, and then your root. Working through those traumas will eventually lead you to the deeper spiritual path that you're going on. Wow, this is like really beautiful and deep and insightful. I'm very curious to see what the rest of these are going to be about. And like, I'm hearing like releasing the ego and pride. Like this pride card, the reason why it was reversed is you're still focused on ego, and you're so focused on what your ego is telling you you need out of your life when it isn't the case. And now, so this is like red, orange, green. This is yellow for solar plexus. You need to have more pride. Like I feel like I'm hearing like you're ashamed of yourself, or you're ashamed of a situation. You're ashamed of being in love with someone that you shouldn't be and not standing up for what you want. You're ashamed for not looking after yourself. You're ashamed for all these different things. And like this holiday season kind of brings that all out because you're seeing again all the pretty lights, all the engagements, all that other stuff. Like you're really too focused on other people's lives again, especially when you've been through hell. Okay? Like don't base yourself off of that. I'm just saying, like, if this is not resonating with you, please skip through it. I know I've been kind of going off for a little bit, but, you know, just skip to when you start seeing the white cards. I'll kind of wave my hand so you see, but, like, this is a specific message, so bear with me, stick with me, but I want to keep going on this tangent, so fast forward if it doesn't resonate with you. Yeah, and so, like, this sense of freedom, like, you're going to start evolving or evoking and evolving this sense of freedom where you start making decisions based off of your own choices and your own feelings and your own heart's desires. That when you release this ego and this pride, you're going to really open up to the possibilities of what's truly abundant in your life and how many choices you really do have. Like, I feel like sometimes you're blaming your external circumstances on someone else and you feel like you don't have choices, but you do. It's your ego that's getting in the way, honey. It's okay, you know? And here's another thing, too, is like all of this is a culmination of all the work that's been going on leading up to this moment right now. That's why maybe if you've been feeling uncomfortable with your spirituality, your sexuality, your sense of self, like I feel like a lot of things have been disrupted for you this last 2 or 3 years in particular. And it's especially hard for you this holiday season because you're beginning to see it. The hard part wasn't necessarily even going through all that. It's now that you've done some healing work, you're seeing what's a culmination of the past, and you're beginning to open up and realize, oh my God, like I was wrong. I wasn't being myself. I wasn't, you know, following what I wanted to do. And especially when it comes to love, like I feel like this reading is a lot about self-love right now. And geared towards romanticizing relationships, like making sure that you're not overly romanticizing a person when they don't, like, if you really wanted to be with someone this Christmas and things didn't work out this year, it's okay. Like, you shouldn't be beating yourself up or feeling like you're unworthy because their choices are not in line with what you expect or what you want. You know, you're placing too much romantic intentions, and it's just romance. Romance isn't necessarily love. Romance is a symptom of love, but this kind of romantic idealism isn't what you wanted, and I think you're starting to realize it. That you don't want idealism, you want real. Because real is what's going to get you through the woods, not something that's not based on reality and how you're truly feeling and not how they're truly feeling. Like if this person wasn't someone you wanted, or you asked for this person and have been asking but they haven't been shown up, then that's your sign to pack your bags and step out. You know? And it doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It means that you're chasing emotionally unavailable people and you deserve so much more than that. You know? And I think when you realize you have that freedom to not be attached to this person, like, you know, I know it hurts, but you have the freedom to choose to walk away from any situation and any situation that doesn't serve you. And so when you release your pride and submit to the will of what the universe has for you, the universe wants you to have more things. It's your ego that's keeping you attached to these shitty people, honey. Like, it's kind of on you, and you gotta kind of step up and own that. And it's okay if you can't right now. It's okay if you're still grieving, and transforming, because you've been doing a lot of work. I'm seeing, like, again, this is like very slow, powerful energy that's like moving forward. Like, this is kind of like ancient, old, transformative type of change, and it's strong, and it's, I don't know, you're connecting to something that's deeper than just you. So if you think that you're alone in this, you're definitely not, because this is like a deep collective energy. And then again, finally, I think when you release all this stuff, it's going to lead you to finding out what your true purpose is in life, what kind of experiences you want to have, what kind of romantic experiences you want to have, what kind of children life you want to lead with another person, or maybe you want to go on your own. Doesn't matter. You're going to figure it out, and then you're going to achieve peace by knowing this. So this is just letting you know that this is coming your way, and it's going to be okay. I know maybe you were thinking this had something to do with, like, oh, well, what's my partner's thinking about me and blah, blah, blah. And I want you to realize that this isn't just about your partner. A lot of it has to do with you. And as you change and grow, your partner, like, your feelings towards your partner and your partner's energy is going to reflect it back to you. And I want you to know that, your internal world reflects your external world. And if you are loving yourself and you are inviting this stuff in, you're going to see that the same from other people. But you can't see the person you're supposed to be with if you're still stuck in all this old crap. And it's hard to admit. And, I feel like for some of you, you've been receiving these messages a lot, and you're just now starting to awaken and internalize these. And I want to assure you to keep listening to these messages. If it doesn't sink in now, it will maybe the next 3rd or 4th or 50th time, but keep seeking it out, because eventually you're going to get it. It's about persistence. And once you keep persisting a better life, it's going to start manifesting for you. Break out of these old patterns, these old trauma patterns that are holding you back. You don't need that anymore. Clear that crap out. It's not 2020 anymore. It's over. It's moved past. So start moving forward in a new direction. And I promise you, again, you're going to find your purpose, and you're going to find peace. And it's going to be beautiful and lovely, just as beautiful and lovely as you are. And I can't wait for you to see it, guys. Yeah. Whew. All right. That was some heavy, deep shit. Yes, it was. Okay, so. Hey, for those of you that fast forward, this is the signal that the big deep shit is now over. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, so for Papa Deck, alright, I feel like I'm going to need to make three or four sub-piles. 3 piles? So I'm going to make 3 sub-piles with Papa Deck, and then I'm going to read off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I've got some seashells here that was called to decorate with. I'm going to put seashells on top, and you're going to pick from those 3 decks which one's for you, okay? This is going to be a long reading, so I don't want you to have to sit through all of it. If you want to sit through all of it, great, but it's going to be a reading within a reading. So, yeah, because everybody's circumstances are different, but everyone needed to listen to the first part. So, if you decided that you were getting bored and you didn't resonate with it, well, you probably should go back and listen to it anyway. Okay, everyone, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to be creating 3 piles, I'm going to have you pick 3 seashells. So this is going to be pile number 1 for group 1. I'm going to put that here. This is going to be pile number 2. This weird little broken conch shell. Or wait, no, this is the conch shell. This is the just normal shell. And then I'm going to have this little sand dollar heart. No, oh god, I left sand all over the place. That's going to be pile 3. So between the 3, you've got pile 1, 2, and 3. And then fast forward to whatever pile is coming up next, since there's going to be some repeat cards. So see you in a sec. Alright, hi everybody. This is pile 3, subgroup number 1. So this is going to be your romance reading about you and your special honey, special someone, and something to do with this holiday season. This is also going to talk a little bit about family too, but I don't know, I keep hearing it's so special, or like she's so special. And I feel like your person's a guy. Yeah, like I'm feeling like, yeah, I keep feeling like he's got really romantic, like he wants to make love to you. He wants to, like, I'm seeing like that classic, like, fireside, sitting and cuddling up with a cozy fire and a cup of hot cocoa and just snuggling and enjoying Christmas morning. Like, that's what this person's really feeling towards you and what they want. So the two cards I got were abundance is coming your way. You're so smart, you figured it out. And I feel like you're figuring out your relationship, and he's starting to figure out where he's going and what he's doing. And he's starting to figure out his situation. And he's focused on abundance, and so that's why if you're in separation right now, he isn't doing it because he doesn't love you. He's chasing his own dreams right now, and he wants to make sure he's abundant and he can provide for you. And he doesn't want to see you with somebody that can't pay your bills, can't stand up and be a man for you. I don't know. He's kind of waiting in regards to his situation because he wants his abundance sorted out first. And you have abundance coming in your own way. So if you're worried about relying on someone else's income, you've got other methods that are going to provide for you financially. So don't worry about it. How does it make you feel? And I feel like his energy, he's a little distraught. I'm hearing he's distraught. Either he's been seeing you with someone else, or he's distraught. You're going to leave the idea of him behind, and he's going to have to watch you either marry someone else or whatever, but he's missing you this holiday season. That's all I can feel. It's like, and this is like a longing, like deep, like, I'm hearing he keeps saying like, I'm in a deep dark place right now, and it's just, or it's not even that, it's, I'm in a deep dark place when she's not around. And that's how he's feeling towards you. And you should pay attention to how he makes you feel, because just because this person feels this way towards you doesn't mean that's how you feel the same back. Just keep that in mind. Question mark dildos. Yeah, he's got sex is on his mind. He's wanting to pleasure you. If anything, he doesn't like the idea that you're using dildos, because for him, he's like, that should be me. She shouldn't be having to use no artificial shit. I'm the real deal. I know what I'm doing. I don't want her using that. And I feel like he's also a little silly and spontaneous too. Maybe that's part of it. This card comes up so much, and it always makes me smile when I see it. You just light up a room just by being in it. And I feel like this person sees you like you're a Christmas tree. Like you're the Christmas tree. Like whenever you walk into someone's den or their living room, and like your focus immediately goes to the Christmas tree, because it's the biggest thing in the room. It's bright, it's beautiful and covered in ornaments and whatever. And this is exactly how that person sees you. That is so romantic and adorable. I love that. Like this person just like he lights up like a Christmas tree. I'm getting the Yule log analogy, Christmas trees. Just something about you're so bright in this man's life, and he's so thankful that he got to see you at some point recently. And he wishes to see you, he just isn't able to or available to at this time. You don't need to have all the answers, and this is an assurance from him that you don't need to know all the details of the circumstances of why he isn't with you right now. He's still getting his shit together, and there's things that he hasn't been willing to reveal to you yet about his situation that he's rather ashamed of. And so he just wants you to have faith in him and trust that he's going to send you messages and signs that he still loves you, even though he's working through this stuff right now. And I mean, he isn't working through all of it, but he's trying his best. I like your attitude, and something about like the Christmas spirit kind of gets him like in the mood to just like, he likes either that you're festive, or like he likes something about like how your approach is to life or something. Like he really likes just how you're kind of approaching the whole thing, and he really respects you for how you've handled yourself. Despite, again, your adversity and things. I feel like he knows a little bit more than you anticipate, or at least he senses it. And so he's really respectful of how you view yourself and how you view the world despite what you've been through.
So, and he's super proud of you. Go exercise, it'll help. And I feel like he's like exercising a little bit more because he wants to impress you. I don't know. I feel like he's kind of getting like, I'm seeing somebody like pump an iron or doing something to try to be like, okay, yeah, I want to like, you know, show off a little bit, or like maybe you're gonna start seeing some Christmas selfies on social media. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, he's exercising. He's, you know, he's trying to get it together, and like maybe, yeah, no, it's about him. So, oh, this card's going to be hard. It says, you're lying to yourself because the truth hurts too much. And I think that you're lying to, what he's saying is, you're lying to yourself about how much you love him and how much he loves you, because rather than accept the fact that he can't be with you right now, you'd rather lie to yourself and say that he hates you or that he doesn't like you. And he wants you to know that because he's not the one hurting you, it's you. You know, his love is there to support you, and he's trying his best. And when you're putting so much pressure on this relationship, you're only hurting yourself because he can't be what you want him to be yet. And it's okay, you know, and it's okay if it hurts. Just be truthful, you know, because it hurts you both. And I feel like it hurts him to see you hating on yourself or hurting him when it isn't really anybody's fault, you know? Like, you want to have a half-baked cookie before it's ready and then get pissed whenever it doesn't taste right? Or you didn't mix the eggs right? Like, no. Like, you know, stop lying to yourself about how much it hurts missing them during the holidays, and just accept what it is and let it be, you know? And it's okay if you're not the person you want to be either. You know, this person's sending you some comfort, and I'm feeling like a male hand just like putting his hand on your shoulder and just saying, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. No matter what it is, it's gonna be okay. How does their energy make you feel? And I think that's something you should remind yourself is, remember how this person makes you feel. Is it worth all this stress? Like, if he really is your husband, spouse, whatever, then he shouldn't be causing you this much distress, you know, over his absence, because you know he's gonna be there for you. He's gonna make it no matter what is getting in his way, so like relax, you know. And if he isn't, or if like your partner that you're currently seeing right now, if he's not treating you like a princess, be gone, thought. You don't need that, you know. Focus on your feelings, and like I feel like you're focusing sometimes too much on the pain rather than what the pain means. And keep that in mind whenever you're listening to your feelings, because when you realize what the pain means, then it makes it kind of go away. You know, that's the purpose of pain. It's trying to pull your attention to something. And if you're in a relationship or chasing someone, that the reason why you're doing it is, again, due to old trauma wounds rather than what you actually are needing, then you need to evaluate that and say, why am I feeling pain? Is it because I just want to keep torturing myself, or is it because I really love this person and I need to stop worrying about it because it's going to be okay? It's your choice on how you view it. This is your subconscious wound talking. Yep. And I feel like you sometimes superimpose your wounds, your thoughts and your wounds from a past situation, either like a past relationship or a past person. And it's talking through how you interact with this person or your person. And you should, you know, take a step back and just say, chill. All right, this man is not who I thought he was. He is not this past person. And if he's not who he says he is, then he isn't your person, and you need to walk. But like, you know, the only way you're going to distinguish that is working through your wounds and being honest with yourself. Again, what I was mentioning earlier about the whole, you know, is it hurting because you're lying to yourself, or is it hurting because he's hurting you? That's how you're going to be able to tell if it's real or not. And ask your gut that too. Your gut will let you know. Be gentle with this situation. Don't force it. Don't force him to come to you. That's chasing. You don't need to force it, because if he already loves you, again, you can't expect him to just drop what he's doing and all the work he's putting into himself to provide for you if you're constantly nagging him. You know? You're not gonna like sit on someone's shoulder and expect them to like be able to fight somebody if you're like hovering over them the whole time. Let them work. And be gentle with your heart, because your heart doesn't need this shit right now. It's Christmas. You should be resting. enjoying your eggnog and your cookies. All right? Be gentle. Let your heart just kind of rest for a little bit and say, like, it doesn't matter if he's not here. You can still find peace with this situation and with what's going on in your life. All right. Trust it will work out, and it will. Amen. Enough said. Pray to God and give thanks. You know, I think you're not being thankful for all of the lessons and experience this person has given you. You know, if you really love this person, you know, you're going to be giving thanks for the fact that they came into your life and they showed you how to love yourself. That's such an important, amazing gift that you haven't been given by anyone else other than this person. And maybe you have, but like, you're not thinking in terms of that right now, you know? And, you know, thank God for your situation. Thank God that you are coming out of and healing from your past situations with men and women and family, like, you know? Be thankful that you've made it through and that you're able to heal and you're able to start hearing these messages now. Christina's got your back, girl. A deity is affecting this situation. So for some of you, I feel like it's divine protection that is causing you to not be in alignment with this person right now. It's divine protection. It's meant to help you, and you're supposed to be separate right now for your own growth. So it is not you. It doesn't matter what interactions you two have or choices you two make. You are both being forced to stay put and stay separate right now. It's important that you do, and it's important you do the work. And the longer you keep forcing this situation to be like this, you're just going to prolong and prevent what you want to have. Or you might even lose what you want just because you're so focused on trying to make it happen and force it, you know? So start working on yourself and those little things that you're not... Focus on what's hurting you and not helping you and healing that rather than just moping about their lack of presence. Live to fight another day. So I feel like there's a specific message here that if there's another woman in your situation with this person, don't engage, don't send her bad energy or bad will or whatever, just let it go, let it be, live to fight another day. Like, don't upset your person just because you're mad that he's not with you and he's with someone else. He's working on what he needs to work on, and you need to live to fight another day. Or live to go fight for someone else, you know? Like, don't let someone else's relationship to cause you to waste your light on a situation that you're being prevented from partaking in. Love awaits, stay in a higher vibration. Yeah, just confirmation for that, you know, stay in a higher vibration. Don't allow other people's negative energies to stop you from having a good holiday season, especially if family's getting in your way too. Like, just don't put up with it. Focus on love, and if a situation is not filled with love, don't even interact with it, just leave. Talk to your ancestors, and I feel like for some of you, if you have a difficult time connecting with your family, connect with your ancestors, because your ancestors love and support you. They've seen how the family line's been going. They've been around for a long ass time, and at some point, there is someone in your family history that's healthier than your current family situation. So go talk to them. Maybe a passed on grandparent or somebody, like, ask for signs and signals from those people, you know? This is a time for connecting with family, and I know you've got a lot of romantic ideals on what you want this holiday situation to be, but your ancestors are assuring you that they're trying to guide you to the right person and healing for the family line too. They want to approve of your partner, and right now what they're saying is they just want to connect with you and spend time with you so you can get some more insight about what you should be looking for in a romantic partner, and to not continue the mistakes of your ancestors. Because no offense, I think that they've got a little bit more experience being thousands of years old, seeing how love works. I think you can gain a little seeds of wisdom from them. Next is manifest whatever you want, you know? And like, if you want this person, then manifest it. And part of manifesting is putting your order in to the pizza guy and then waiting for the pizza to arrive. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And you gotta have faith that the pizza guy's gonna show up and not get shot on his way to Brooklyn or like whatever the hell. Like, you know, you can't, like, part of manifesting is, you know, you put the pizza in the oven, you let it bake. Point made. And then there's healing work to be done here. So allow yourself to just heal from the situation right now. And if it isn't the way you want it to be or the way that you like, just understand that you're healing and it's a part of growth. And, you know, you just got to be patient and keep focusing on healing. It's coming, honey. You know, it's coming. Don't worry about it. You're going to be all right. You two are going to be all right, and you're going to be just fine. So let yourself heal. Spend some time, you know, by the fire, looking at the flames, drinking your hot cocoa, thinking about someone else's demise, and just... I don't know, some of you, whoever this third-party girl is, you do not like her, but, like... Or maybe it's not that. I think maybe you want to burn up your partner because you're like, why is he making these decisions? I don't know. But, anyways, though. But that's, pile 3, group 1. So thank you guys so much for your reading. Thank you guys so much for joining me on your spiritual path, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Peace out. Alright, hello, pile 3. This is sub-pile number 2 with the broken seashell. I don't know why I keep wanting to call it a conch shell, because it's not a conch shell, but it's a shell. So, I don't know what the shell is going on, but I'm gonna pull some messages for you about your love and romantic situations. So, I feel like he's watching you. So I'm getting the vibe that whoever your person is, he's definitely watching your moves right now. Like, he's very intensely curious about what's going on in your situation, who you dating, who you're seeing or who you're thinking about, who you're sleeping with. Like, he's like, you're on his mind, and he's like keeping an eye out. He's waiting to make a move. I'm feeling her. No, he's not waiting to make a move, but he's like, he's waiting for something, like a sign or like a... something, or he's waiting for you to say something first. I'm hearing he's wishing you were here with him right now, like, desperately wishes that. I'm hearing, like, you don't trust that the situation's gonna work out and he's frustrated. Or he's just, yeah, I feel like your man's, I'm feeling like it's a man. Your man's very frustrated, or she's frustrated that, I don't know, it shifted to she. She's frustrated that she can't be with you too, or like, there's like this back and forth masculine, divine feminine, where it's like, there's just a lot of missing, a lot of like, entangled with each other, or you want to be entangled, if you know what I mean. Anything else from this, yes or no? Anything else, yes or no? Is that it? Yep. Yeah, I'm hearing, was that to me or was that to the audience? All right, I'm hearing like, don't say some of the things that are coming to your mouth. Like, I feel like you have a tendency to either, you're blabbing a little too much about, either you're complaining about this person, or you're a little too outspoken, or you're talking shit about him, or there's a lot of like, just shut up and just let this situation happen. I mean, like, you've been talking about it, or you've been bitching to your friends. He's very irritated that you've been bitching with your friends about his slowness, and he's sitting here going like, I'm waiting for you to make a move. You need to show me that you want me. I can't make a move on you if I don't know that you even want me back. Like, shit. Yeah. This needs to come out. Alright. You light up a room just by being in it. Yeah, this card comes up so much, and I feel like this person, he just adores you. Like, he wants to shower you with gifts, or like, she really just wants to see you shining, or whatever. Like, there's some kind of just like romantic, like, like really beautiful, powerful energy here, guys. How does it make you feel? And I feel like he's like, she's just so like, she's so gorgeous, and she's so like, like, I feel like this person doesn't even fully understand or comprehend how much they care about you and appreciate you, because it's almost like it just gets stuck in their chest. And I feel like this particular gentleman, if it's a guy, he doesn't know how to express his feelings, especially not in regards to you. And she doesn't know how to receive your
lack of ability to express your emotions. Like, I feel like there's like a back and forth of these two people where it's like, you know, the girl is all like waiting and just exasperated. Like, I see this dramatic, like laying on a couch with your hand over your face, and he's all like, I want to tell her, but I don't know how to say any of it. And the audience is sitting there going like, yes, you do. All you got to do is walk up to her and say how you feel. And she's sitting here like, oh no, he doesn't love me because he doesn't say anything. But alas, I'm forever alone. Like, so, like both of you are a little dramatic, and you're both kind of hard on yourself, and you're both trying to pressure this one. I don't think either of you are ready for each other. I'm hearing like you are, but you don't think that you are. I don't know. There's like this cute little like. It kind of reminds me of like in middle school when everyone's at the school dance and like, you know, the guy of your dreams is like sitting across the room and he's like looking at you and you're looking at him and like everyone's talking to their friends trying to be like, okay, hype you up. You know, he's going to do it. And then meanwhile, over the man's side, he's sitting here going like, she doesn't like me. Shit. What if I make a fool of myself? I'm going to die in a hole because she doesn't like me, even though Susie said that she has a crush on me and I see she has a crush on me because of just how she looks at me and she makes me so fuzzy. Like, it's this cute little dynamic that you're both doing, and I just want to like smack you both and say, stop it, just go fuck already. Like, it doesn't matter who steps up, just go do it. And I feel like some of the ladies are like, yes, Christina, now if I could just show this tarot reading to my man, and I'm like, well, it doesn't matter because you're still on the same boat too, hon. Like, if someone's not making a move, then you should do it. And don't pull this whole gender roles thing. Just go say, hey, so do you want to, like, go get some coffee? Do you want to just, like, go watch some Christmas lights? Like, I want to see what's sitting in your stocking, honey. Hey. You're so smart, you figured it out. And I feel like you're figuring this out as you go. Like, again, comparing this to like middle school romance where you're still hormonal and you've been traumatized and shit, like you guys don't know what you're doing and it's okay. It could be maybe that you're both super intelligent and you both don't know how to talk to each other because you're secretly hopeless romantics, but you're so smart that it's holding you back. You're not just going for it, and so you're both kind of awkwardly sipping your like little punch cocktails in the corner, just watching each other and not doing anything. You're too smart for your own good. That's what I'm feeling. Boundaries need to be reconsidered, and I feel like one of you, like this is specifically for the girl who's shut this man out because he's not making the first move. This is specifically for you, honey, and you need to stop with the gender roles and just go for it. Just go talk to him. Just go give him the little nudge. Give him some kind of a sign, signal from God. I don't know, because he really wants to... like, he's so shy, or like he just really doesn't know how to say what he doesn't know what turns you on. He doesn't know how to attract you, and like you need to stop waiting on the man to make the move because you're gonna need to make this move, or otherwise he's not gonna come forward because he's like, again, I'm seeing like this guy in like a little tuxedo and he's like his hand shaking with his cup of punch as he's so nervous and like you're scaring him. And when you don't say something and you don't show him that you like him, then you're not going to get his attention. You just got to show him some kind of a sign that he's going to succeed and that he isn't going to fail. Because if he fails, he's going to die. Or at least that's how he feels. Like, abundance is coming your way. And I'm hearing, like, you need to be abundantly clear with this man that you love him. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, this ain't about money. It's about, is this about money? Yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, he isn't... I feel like he isn't very confident in his financial state, and I'm hearing, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter, but, like, it matters to him because you want to provide for you, right? But, like, if you guys are sitting here, like, again, go make out already, like, you know, show him that it doesn't matter, that you're gonna wait for him to get his shit together, or you're just gonna start seeing him anyway, and you don't care because you really want him. Oh my god, you group two. This is so cute. This card says, I want to marry you. I want you for the rest of my life. This man, like, he's got strong, like, he's really passionate and really freaking loves you. That's why his hands are shaking. Like, he's, like, sitting here going, like, oh god, this is my wife. This is my future wife. I'm gonna screw this up. I don't want to screw this up, but if I screw this up, then she's gonna leave and I'm gonna die alone. Like, that's the energy this man has. It's so sweet. It's so cute. Like, He's a hopeless romantic, and he just doesn't want to make a mistake with you. You know, because he really loves you. He doesn't want to be that creeper. Like, I have a feeling he's worried he's going to come across as too strong or too passionate. Either you guys don't have a long history, or he doesn't really know you, but he's really freaking... Or I hear, like, there's a circumstance that's prohibiting him from expressing his true feelings, even if it's his own stupidity. He thinks it's his own stupidity, but it's trauma, more than likely. But, like, this guy, he wants you as his wife. Like, he's like, I want to wife this bitch. I mean, he wouldn't say that, but, like, I mean, he's like, I want this wife. She's my wife, but I'm like, oh. Like, my... Alright, I'm drinking some water. My tongue is like, I want to swallow my tongue. Hot damn. Oh, this is so cute. This guy's so adorable. Are you right or just need to be right? Oh, Spirit Guide's calling you out. Yeah. This is where, again, I feel like when it comes to this whole dynamic between you two, I feel like you're like, well, he needs to be the one. He needs to be the one. And I'm sitting here like, you know, are you actually right about how you're approaching your situation with this man, or do you just feel the need to be right? And so you're like, well, if it isn't on my terms, he doesn't love me. Like, he doesn't want me at all. Like, if he's not sitting here showing up with a bouquet of flowers, like, if he walks up to me and he tries to propose to me without flowers, then I guess it's not a real proposal. That's what you're doing. That's your attitude, girlfriend. Like, he's sitting over here sweating bullets, like, he's like as I'm talking, I have this, again, this middle school fantasy image in my head of, like, the dude who he's just got, his pits are just sweating. He's, like, drenched in sweat trying to figure out how to even ask you out, and you're sitting here going, like, does he have a ring? Is it, like, 12 carats? Is he even gonna say anything to me at all? What are my friends gonna think? Or, like, I don't know if you're either really particular or you're just, like, you know, well, you know, because he's not, you know, looking at me in a certain way, I guess he doesn't like me. Yeah. Like, no, like, shit. Like, just because he doesn't express himself the way that you want him to doesn't mean he doesn't love you. I feel like maybe you have a misunderstanding of how men behave, or you are the way you want your dream husband to show up for you. Like, I feel like you want him to come walking over like a super confident man, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this man, like, you make him so fucking nervous. Any confidence he has with everyone else goes out the window. And he doesn't want you to know that, but it's what you're doing. Like, you do this to him because he loves you so much. Like, literally, this guy could be, like, the fantastic guy in the room that everybody fucking wants, and then you show up and he just turns into a mess. Like, he's just like, I'm done. Like, I can't handle this girl. She's too amazing. And you do that to him because you light up a room just by being in it. You light up his life just by being in it. So stop it. Just go talk to him. Go give him a little nudge. He needs a nudge. Catch him a break, please. He's over there, like, gonna piss himself. Like, it's almost like, you know, the last dance is coming and of the night, and he's been holding his bladder because he's drank so much punch because he's nervous, and so he hasn't gone to the bathroom, and he really needs to pee, but he really wants to ask you out, but he's been talking to his friends, and they've been giving him the worst advice possible, and he knows it. It's like, and it's like coming down to the hour, and everyone's stressed out, and we're like, guys, you know, if you don't ask her out at the dance, it doesn't mean that you're never going to see her again. You're going to see her in school on Monday. And he's like, no, because I'm the romantic. I have to make this big gesture. And it's like you're both just so caught up in the romance that you don't, like... Oh my god. All right, I'm done with that. But for those of you who have ever been in that situation in life, you know that this is what you're doing. All right, it's just like a movie. It's so cute. You two are adorable. I just want to say that. Next card is, where does it hurt in your body? And I feel like your body knows the truth. Like, no matter how much you're sitting there trying to be like, oh, well, I guess because he doesn't like me and he's not looking at me the right way, I guess he doesn't love me. Like, bitch, you two walk in a room and everyone's going to be like, oh, God. Like, if you took an anonymous poll of everyone's like, who's the couple that's going to be sleeping in the closet by the end of the evening after the Christmas party? It's going to be these two. And everyone else sees it but you two. And if your body's sitting there going like, oh my God. I think I could die without him. Like, oh my God. Like, it's okay. Like, he feels the same way. Your sexual chemistry, like, is intact. It's fine. Like, just go do your thing, you sweet people, you sweet lovebirds. You will gain strength after this lesson. You're gonna gain a lot of things from this lesson, honey, but I think once you kind of bite the bullet and just go over. Like, you don't have to confess anything. He'll do the work. Like, he just needs the reassurance. Like, he's more manly than you think he is, and you need to respect that. And, like, I think after this, you both are going to gain so much strength and love for each other by realizing that, you know, it's better to follow your heart than to fall in pieces, you know? By letting yourself suffer by, you know, waiting till the end of the dance and then, you know, watching him nearly piss himself. Like, do the man a favor and just go, like, give him a little pat on the back. Christ. This guy's so anxious. I don't know if he's got anxiety or what. Oh, man. Look at this situation with love. Like, again, like, you know, have some compassion for this guy. Like, you know, just because he's been through a lot doesn't mean he doesn't love the shit. Like, he's gonna love the shit out of you. And you need to love the shit out of yourself. Like, don't be so hard on yourself and feel like, oh God, if this guy doesn't love me, then I'm never gonna find love again. Like, that isn't the case. And plus, he is very adamant about saying, like, no, like, she's my woman. Like, no, like, I'm sorry. But, you know, just love yourself a little bit more and show some compassion to this poor man. It's part of a cycle. Break it and move forward. Stop, like, waiting for someone else to take charge of your love life. God, like, you know, this is part of a cycle where you're sitting there being the belle of the ball. You're so pretty. And, like, here's the thing is, here's a little secret from a hot lady, okay? Men are still intimidated by the hot woman in the room. Everyone shows in the movies that, like, oh yeah, everyone wants to be her. But guess what? You know how many people actually step up and say it? Nobody. It's actually very lonely being an attractive person, especially if the person you desire is attractive. Yeah. A lot of times what ends up happening is the people that approach you are people with no boundaries, or they just want to screw you and then leave you, alright? When it comes to real, genuine connection, it's terrifying because it's not very often that people with genuine intentions are brave enough to come up to you because they're scared of you. They think that, oh my God, you know, they're so hot, they'd never want me. That's what your man's doing. He's like, oh God, she's so pretty, the whole room probably wants her, and she's probably getting asked out, and here she's sitting there going like, no one's asked me out all night. And it's because you're both too freaking attractive and adorable and whatever, and it just needs to stop. So one of you's laughing. I don't want to listen to you. You don't want to listen to your feelings! Just go! You don't listen to your spirit guides because your spirit guides are sitting there going like, we're done. We're done. How many tarot card readings do we need to show you? How many signals, how many love songs do we need to play on the radio for you stupid people? Like, oh my God. Like, everyone's like, you don't listen to your friends, you don't listen to any, you're listening to all the wrong people that don't know what they're talking. Just go. Go confess, either to him or to her. Like, you don't have to confess the whole laundry list of your feelings, but just go say something. You don't listen, because you're too scared. Stop it. Stop it. Bad. Help is on the way. Your spirit guides are like, oh my God. I'm laughing because your spirit guides are sitting there going like, listen, if you two don't start stepping up, we're going to have some divine intervention to help you out. And it's going to be embarrassing. It's going to hurt a little bit because you both are manifesting each other and you're not doing it on your own. So we're going to take matters into our own hands. You know, if it means that the way that the girl gets the attention is watching the man piss himself in front of all his friends and she notices, laughs, and comes over to offer him help, then so be it. But, yeah, if you're that gentleman that's sitting there holding his bladder, then you should probably make the move before you do something and something really embarrassing happens to make this happen. Because you both want it, and your guys want it, so they're like, okay, step it up or we're going to do something for you. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe she is, like, walking over to the punch bowl and she slips and falls on her face and hits her head off the table and starts to cry, and then that's the opportunity for the man to go over there and be the thing. I don't know, I feel like you're both going to get really embarrassed by something if you don't do it on your own, so step up and say something. A little nudge, a little slap on the ass and get moving. You don't need to have all the answers. Yeah, you don't need to know exactly how this person feels about you, just go for it. Believe. Believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi. For all those that used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Stop judging people. Stop judging yourself. I feel like you judge yourself a little too hard that you're like, oh, I'm not good enough for this person, and you're like, whatever, like, stop judging people and stop judging other people's relationships too. Like, you're sitting there going like, oh, their relationship sucks. Well, guess what? You can't even go over and ask the dude out that you love, that you want to go marry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're sitting there going like, oh my God, Susie and her boyfriend. they're so obnoxious together, and I hate hearing about their relationship all the time. They're so gross. It's like, okay, well, stop judging them and go ask your man out, because right now you're unhappy too, bitch. Shut up. Ayo. Your wounds will be healed. Your wounds will be healed. I like your attitude. I'm hearing specifically, he likes your attitude. I don't know. Yeah. That broom closet's calling your name, people. This is your subconscious wound talking. It's your subconscious that's preventing this from going on, and it's so sad. Like, we all know that you've both been traumatized by people. We both know you've been in relationships that suck. So, just understand you're both wounded people, even if he seems cool, calm, and collected. And even if she seems cool, calm, and collected, you're both slobbering idiots when it comes to each other, so you need to stop it. Slobbering idiots. You heard me. Be gentle with the situation. Don't force it. Don't force the romance either. You're trying too hard to force it. Like, if you both are still too scared by the end of the dance and you don't ask each other out, it's not over. Be gentle. He nearly pissed his pants. This analogy is just going like she almost, like, you know, tripped and died and she was crying in the bathroom. Like, be gentle. It's okay. Just because you didn't ask each other out at the ballroom dance doesn't mean you don't love the hell out of each other. And it doesn't mean you're not going to get married. And it doesn't mean your whole relationship's going to be over. It's going to be fine. So be gentle with yourself, please. Seriously. Like, speak up, but don't force it. Like, again, maybe in this ballroom dance situation, it's the final dance, and instead of asking her to dance, maybe he just asks for her phone number, and then that's all it is, you know? It doesn't have to be super big and romantic for it to not mean something, because if that man over there sweat himself to death and wanted to throw himself out of a window, but instead of doing so, he managed to man up and go and give you his phone number, or tell you that he liked your dress, and if that was the best he could do, then by God, you know, be gentle on that poor soul, because he was a fucking mess trying to get to that point. So you know what? If he doesn't make it, and it's okay, and if you're that guy and that's all you can muster, that's okay too. Because I'm sure she's going to appreciate it, because, again, you both freaking love each other. Mwah. So gross. You're so disgusting. I hate you both. I'm kidding. It's wonderful. Oh, but I know that you're both sitting there going like, I hate myself so much. I hate myself, and I hate being called out about this. It's so bad. Trust it will work out, and it will. It will, lovely people. It will. All will be well by the end of this Christmas season. Actually, before this Christmas season, because I feel like one of you after this reading is going to step up and laugh about this. But, yeah, it's going to work out. It will. And besides, if this person doesn't ask you out by Christmas time, it's okay. Somebody will, but, you know, just step up and say something. This is your sign. If you needed the sign and the sassing from Christina, the sass master, then, do it. Pray to God and give thanks. Give thanks that you're not the kids in this situation. Give thanks that you are not in middle school and you're not that awkward teenager anymore. If you're a grown-ass adult, you're not in that phase anymore. You're not going to piss yourself by the end of the evening. Like, thank God you're past that phase. And it's okay. It's going to be okay. A deity is affecting the situation. There's literally divine intervention trying to pull you two together. The other group, Group 1, the divine was preventing each other from being together. You two, the divine is literally like crying their eyes out because they're like, what do we have to do to get these two people together? We've been getting emails every single day saying, where is my man? Where's my husband? And the divine is like, yeah, we've been trying to get you two together for a while now. And every effort has been failed and been turned down by us. So at this point, we're going to take matters into our own hands and we're going to affect it ourselves personally. Which I'm excited for. I hope if this is you, please, 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 after this video is released, comment down below, because I want to hear all of this. I want the tea. Or please come on Drunk Tarot Reading. I want to hear the tea about you people in particular, because this pile's fun. If things were different, would you still love me? Oh. And I feel like this is something that the answer that both of you say was yes. Definitely yes. Like, if he wasn't, you know, like, who he thinks he is, or whoever his career is, like, if he wasn't, I keep getting the vibe of, like, again, back to the analogy, like if he's Mr. Popular standing in the room, like if he wasn't Mr. Popular, would you still love him? Yes. If she wasn't Miss Popular, yes, she would. You know, like there's like this kind of like a mopey, like, oh, like, well, if I wasn't, you know, I was hearing famous, or like, I don't want to even say famous because it's more of like, you know, if I wasn't successful, or if I wasn't who I am, or if I wasn't popular with all my friends, and if I wasn't attractive looking, would you still like me? And the answer is fuck yes. From both of you. Live to fight another day. That's another thing. If you can't handle the situation, if this is too much, then live to fight another day. You know, don't stress out if you can't, like, muster up the courage right now. You know, if there's too many other things going on, then live to fight another day. It's gonna be okay. Again, if they're your spouse and you know it, then, like, don't stress about it. You know, you're gonna get married, and, you know, you don't have to rush, because this person feels the same way, so, like, don't worry about it. Love awaits. Stay in higher vibration, and, you know, love yourself through this situation, because, again, if you are the man with the punch and your hands are shaking and you're like, or you're the girl who's sitting here, like, lamenting, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the guy is cool, calm, and collected, and she's over there sitting there, like, about to piss her pants, and, you know, she's like, oh god, I gotta change my tampon 3 times on this dance floor, and, like, he's gonna smell my blood, or whatever, like, something super embarrassing. You know, stay in a high vibration and just love yourself through it, because this is a human emotion. Love is awkward, and it's always going to be awkward. It doesn't matter if you're an adult, because guess what? You're a human being, and I don't know, this person seems to make you feel like school kids again. It's that nervous, exciting love, and, you know, it's okay if you're an embarrassing mess. You're both in love with each other, so do it. Talk to your ancestors for guidance. Like, maybe if you got, like, Uncle Joe, who's, like, Mr. Ladies' Man, who passed away 3 years ago, like, you know, talk to your ancestors. They got some guidance. I mean, clearly they all got laid, so you can you. And they want you to have good babies with this person, so, like, should. Talk to your ancestors. Let them, you know, if you can't handle it, channel your inner wisdom. Like, you know, maybe you got some old man genes. What? Old man genes? What? I don't know, maybe you got some man genetics or woman genetics and flirtation that you are not accessing that one of your ancestors clearly had. You know, channel them for help. Manifest whatever you want. You've been both manifesting it. Yes, both of you. Stop it. Stop doubting your intuition. Stop doubting the telepathy and all that shit. Like, stop it. And there's healing work to be done here. And so this situation is healing many past cycles of past rejection, past, like, disbelieving, you loving yourself for who you are. Whoever your partner isn't, like, who knows, maybe you're a gay couple. I mean, maybe it's a person of the opposite gender, like, whatever it is, like, you gotta own your masculinity, your femininity, both, and just go for it. You know, you're healing, like, by you stepping up and you pursuing someone you actually want instead of worrying about expectations. Like, just follow your heart. Like, that's what romance is supposed to be about. You know, it isn't about what your family thinks or your friends think or what even you think, because apparently, you know, if you're sitting here going like, okay, this person doesn't look like my husband because they don't wear the clothes that I want them to, or they don't match all my check boxes, but then, like, you're still sweating like a fucking schoolgirl over there in the corner. Like, what is that actually telling you? You know, you should go be with that person. Like, if you're so scared of losing that person, go for it. Like, if you're sitting there going like, oh, well, you know, this gentleman over here, he's got a nice, you know, 9-to-5 job, and he's really, you know, he's handsome enough, and, you know, he's gonna satisfy me and provide me with children, and then you look over at that person in the corner and you're like, but he's still my husband. If that's your vibe, then, like, you already know the answer. Like, stop fighting it and just go for it. Mwah. Alright, well, thank you, Group 3. Subgroup 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I really want to hear about the situation, because there's a couple of you in this situation that I really want to see the outcome for. So, yeah, make sure you DM me the deets, because I want to know how this story ends. This is all going to go down before Christmas, or something's going to go down before Christmas. I can feel it. Yeah, if you want to. I feel like, you know, someone's got to step up if you want it done before Christmas, but it can happen. You can do it before Christmas, if you want it, if you really want it. Alright, without further ado, happy holidays, motherfuckers, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, y'all. Hello, everyone. This is Pile 3, Subgroup 3. Man, after the heat from last reading, I had to go use the bathroom and take a bathroom break. So I hope that you guys' energy is a little less intense. I just recommend go back and watch Pile 3, Subgroup 2, just to listen to the analogies in the story because it was so funny and I loved it. But anyways, though, guys, here's going to be your reading and messages from your person. I feel like your person's kind of soft-spoken. Or I'm feeling like a really soft energy, so, hopeless romantic, I'm feeling. I feel like this person, like, either likes to sing, or they just want to sing to you, or, like, maybe their body sings. I don't know, something about, like, it's very, like, expressing through your voice, or just feeling really, like, either, like, church choir, or, like, maybe singing Christmas songs with you. I don't know, but it's very, like, but it's really, like, beautiful type of singing, like, really just, like, soft, like, yeah, that's that good stuff. Very intimate. Pile 3. Anything this? Yes or no? Yeah, I'm hearing like they want to give you that gushy stuff, like there's some like inappropriate stuff, but it's very passionate and loving. Anything else? Yes or no? All right, pile 3, subgroup 3. Let's get down to business and see what's going on with your man. Help is on the way, so I'm feeling like there's going to be some divine intervention that's going to help you with your situation, and it's not going to be like the last group. This is going to be more of like they're reassuring you that it's thumbs up from your spirit guides. I don't know if you maybe got a little scared at the beginning of this reading. Some of you maybe did. But this is reassurance that, your spirit guides are trying to help you manifest this. And they're saying thumbs up, good to go. Keep going and doing whatever you're doing because it's working, okay? You're manifesting this relationship that you want and, they're helping you. There's some stuff that you don't see that they're trying to align in your favor. So don't worry about it, especially if there's a third party situation. I don't want to listen to you. And I feel like you don't want to listen to your spirit guides about the situation because you're a little upset with your person. I'm hearing like either you're heartbroken about a past situation with them or because they're not around for Christmas or like they can't be with you or you don't know where you stand with this person or you guys had a fight. There's some kind of a weird imbalance where either you're not listening to each other, there's a separation of some kind, but you're not listening to your spirit guides because you don't want to because it hurts, okay? And I want you to understand that it's okay if you're hurting this holiday season because this person's absent, and don't focus on it, but don't disregard what your spirit guides are saying. I feel like you're a little distrustful of tarot card readings because you've seen this pattern before. Like you're sitting there going like, they keep telling me he's coming, but he isn't here. You keep telling me to keep loving myself, and I'm so tired of hearing that. And I want you to understand that, this person doesn't need to be in your life for you to feel his love. And I know you immediately got triggered by that because you're like, I hate hearing that. Oh my God. But like, you're hearing it over and over again because you're not listening. You're not allowing yourself to receive the love that you don't need to physically have someone in your life right now for you to 1, love yourself, and 2, love the situation, and 3, love this person. If someone was fighting overseas, fighting a war, would you be sitting there, like, if they were the love of your life, are you going to sit there and go, like, oh, well, he's, like, running over mortars and shit, and, he's not calling me every evening. Yeah, because he's fighting his own battle, or she's fighting her own battles, okay? Like, this isn't about you, and that's where your guides are kind of, like, sitting here being like, listen, there's battles this person's fighting that you don't even see every single day, and they're trying to get to you, but like you're sitting here like screaming from across the void being like, why aren't you with me? And like, I know it hurts, you've been through some shit, but like you need to own your shit because you've got your own battle going on and you need to be focused on dancing over mortars and things like that, and this other person can't help you right now. As I said, I'm getting this, I don't know, maybe this person's in the military, but I'm seeing this definite, like they're fighting some battles really hard and they're not focused on you right now. And it's okay that they're not focused on you because they're trying to get to you, but they can't get to you when, they're getting shot at. And you need to respect your own boundaries, that your battle isn't as bad as theirs is. Quite honestly, it's not. And you need to, respect their inner soldier and them trying to get through their day. Like, I don't know if this person's suicidal and you don't know about it, or you do. Like, I feel like some of you may know that they're going through a lot, but you see it, but you're not respecting it. You're not feeling it, and you're not listening to your guides that love is there and that love is very real. And, I feel like maybe some of you telepathically encounter this person a lot, and you're so strung out and distraught about this, stressed out. Maybe they're strung out. I don't know if this person does drugs and has an addiction. Some of them do, or maybe alcoholism, but they're fighting a battle. But they're fighting for you because they know that you're gonna be there. And they really need your love and support right now. Oh God, I wanna fucking cry. Oh God. I'm sorry I'm cussing, but it's literally this person is exasperated because you don't trust that they love you because they aren't there. And they're literally I'm fighting so hard. I'm fighting so hard for us, and I don't know what it is you need to hear from me to see that I love you and care about you. I don't even love myself, but I love and care about you. And I can't be there right now because it's too hard. And it kills me that I can't come home to, my family situation that's being hurt, or there's something about they feel you're their home, and they're so upset that they can't come home this holiday season because of their own mistakes and their own battles that they're fighting. Shit, yeah, maybe you are missing a military person, or maybe they've got some past traumas from maybe if you fell in love with a soldier, maybe they're still entangled with their troop or something that happened to them, and that's why they're addicted. Or maybe maybe that's in their family history or something. Yeah, I'm feeling it's more if it's not their wound, it has to do with them being entangled with some soldier wounds that doesn't belong to them, and they don't know how to get out of it, and it's out of their control. So please, 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 pile 3, have some patience with this man, because this man is not well, and he's not there because he's fighting a war right now. Have a backup plan in case. So what I'm hearing is, I understand you love this person, but this person is not emotionally available for you right now. And it's hard to hear that, and I want to give you the good news and whatever, but right now you need to be focusing on your own battles and your own plans. If you were expecting this person coming over for Christmas, don't. If they made false promises to you and lied to you, don't believe them. Because this person is just lying to you to get you to let up on them. And, they're not doing it because they don't care. It's because they know that, you're not going to accept their truth either way, so they're just going to lie to you about it. So let them behave the way that they need to. Have a backup plan by just focusing on yourself, and just release your expectations, because this person's going through a war. And they need to get through the war in order to get back home to you. Okay? Damn, that was... Oh, I feel like that just... Yeah, I feel like there's so many things this person wants to say to you. It's it's caught in my throat. And yeah, I keep hearing it's a war out here. Do not trust your feelings in this situation. What I'm feeling is sometimes your intuition's misguided, and you're so focused on manifesting a situation with them that you're not allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel in regards to what you need with a relationship. And you're not feeling this person's pain. You're saying it, but you're not actually feeling it and respecting it. So you need to make sure that you're spending time to take care of yourself and see it. Go exercise, it'll help. And I feel you need to make sure, if you're not exercising right now, go take care of yourself and distract yourself during the holidays, because this is going to be hard for you, not seeing this person, maybe seeing this person struggling with alcohol abuse or substance abuse, and you need to be focusing on you and taking care of yourself. So I can feel you telepathically. So I want you to understand that this person knows and feels you every freaking day. Like, this person knows and hears you always, all the time, and so they get really distracted whenever you are hating on them for not being there for you. Like, they beat themselves up for that every freaking day. Like, I want to start crying again. Like, they know you're talking shit. They know you're struggling. They know you're... Like, I'm hearing, like, they're like, no, she's not even talking shit, or he's not talking shit, because they understand what he or she's going through. You know? But, like, what they're saying is, like, they're so tired of their own ways, and, like, you even communicating with them telepathically does more for them than you even realize. Like, you are that light at the end of the tunnel that, like, you know, when they're looking around, they don't hear anything other, like, again, using the war analogy, it's like they're running through a war zone, but the only thing they're hearing is this little angelic voice in their head that's telling them to keep going. I still love you. I still love you. That's what's keeping them going. Like, you are like that hair, that thread. It's like a little tiny thread, but even the belief of knowing you're at the end of this tunnel is what's keeping them alive right now. And I want you to understand that you need to take that really seriously, and I want you to stop, like, hating on them or hating yourself for this situation not coming to fruition. That you have so much power just by sticking around and just admitting to yourself that you still love them, and you're going to love them no matter what. And they need to hear that, you know, and if they're not available to you, and if they're not doing the things that you need, you can respect that and still love them at the same time. It's okay, you know? It says, you're lying to yourself because the truth hurts too much. Exactly. That's exactly why you're resisting this situation. This is why you're so angry at this person, because you love this person a hell of a lot, and because this situation isn't what you want it to be, it hurts. It hurts you like hell. And so that's why you're thinking about giving up on this person, not because you want to give up on them, but because you don't want to feel what they're feeling. You don't want to feel and witness the things that they're going through. But, you know, when you love somebody, you have to. Because, I mean, if you really love them, then there's not really much else you can say or do. You just got to be there and love them through it. And this person really, really, really needs your love right now. Like, you are the thing that's holding them together. Oh my God, this is overwhelming. Yeah, like, again, like, I feel like there's really deep, passionate love, but there's so much hurt that's getting in the way. And I feel like you're projecting some of your own hurts onto this person that are burdening them when they shouldn't be burdened with it, you know? And you're making their battle a little harder by, you know, pressuring this person to not be with you right now. Wow. This is a lot. Damn, I need alcohol for this reading, damn. Just because they're different doesn't mean they're special. And I'm feeling like, you know, they don't believe that you think they're special. To them, they're like, I'm no different than any other person out there. You know, like, that's how depressed this person is. They're like, she or he sees me as somebody that they think I'm special, but really I'm just different from everyone else, and that doesn't mean it's always a good thing. And I think that you're glossing over some of their negative traits because you want to see them as special and your relationship is special, but, like, don't lose sight of why you love them so much. Like, you wouldn't be putting up with this person if you didn't love them. You know, like, this is validation that, you know, if this person's struggling, like, if it's love, and you don't need to have a label, you don't need to have a title, and you don't need to force it to look like someone else's relationship, you know? And maybe this dynamic is kind of toxic, and I think you can admit that to yourself, but, like, it's Christmas time, and I think you deserve a little break from hating yourself from being in a toxic relationship, because just because it's toxic doesn't mean it's not providing you some kind of support during this Christmas time. Because Christmas is hard for everyone. I mean, I already saw your cards earlier. You've been through some shit. So, like, if this person brings you happiness, let them bring you happiness, shit. You know? And stop looking for perfection. Just look for what is. Like, they're still alive. This person's still kicking. This person still loves you. And if you've been telepathically talking to them, the fact that you even have that ability, most people don't. So be thankful for that and just let it go. Let it go. You're causing some trouble. Yes, you particularly, you're causing them to just reevaluate everything, and I keep hearing you're causing trouble. You're a troublemaker to them, and I don't know if this is this from your person or someone else? Yeah, there's someone else, and I don't know if it's a third party situation. I'm feeling like your family doesn't like him, your ancestors don't like him or her, like his ancestors or his family members doesn't like her or him. Like there's other people that don't like this situation and doesn't like you two being together, and it's causing them some grief. So not only are they in a war zone and they're hearing you crying out suffering and hating themselves that they can't get their shit together to take care of you, they also have to listen to all these other people that are telling you, don't listen to that voice, blah 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 blah, when that's the voice that keeps them alive. Like, this man, I'm assuming it's a man, but it could be a girl too. This person is just it's almost like, again, I'm seeing a soldier carrying like all the backpacks and they're just running and running and running and they're constantly running, and it's like, holy shit, like, you've done so much for them and it seems like so little, but just cheering them on, you've given them all the strength that they need to keep going. And you know what? The good news is this person's going to get through it. And this person feels the same ways towards you no matter what they say or what their actions do. Their actions aren't aligning with their words because it's too hard for them to be that authentic right now, but he's going to try. And, you're causing enough trouble that, they're trying to figure out what works best for them and what's the best way to get back to you so they don't hurt anymore. Shit. I keep seeing like this wounded soldier vibe, like someone who's running and then they finally find a safe place and they want to just take their backpack off, but they can't because they're afraid that if they lay down for too long, they're going to have to pick up their gun and go running again. But you are that space that they can go and rest on. So, dildos, question mark. I don't know why, but something about like, I'm hearing like too much. And at first I was going to say laugh too much, but I feel like you make fun of them too much, or something about like you make them laugh too much to the point where they like cry or something. Like, it seems to be conflicting. There's a lot of laughter between you two, so I don't know if you guys have similar senses of humor or like, maybe he's thinking about sex with you, maybe sometimes, but I'm just feeling like it's too much. It's too much for him right now, and you're too much, and your love is too much for him, and that's what's also spooking him a little bit. So like, lay off him a little bit. You don't go running up to a war veteran and try, like saying, hey, get up, when he had his leg blown off in a one of those suicide bomber missions, like, just let him chill. But I mean, still keep making him laugh, I guess. Like that gets him through too. So if you're speaking to this person right now, like, give him a little love and make him laugh, and that'll help distract him a bit, at least. Show him a sign, I'm hearing. He wants a sign or signal from you that's a little more tangible than just hearing something in his head. Yeah, he doesn't want to be speaking to you in his head, but right now that's the safest, especially with like this trouble that's being caused right now. He isn't in control of his ability to reach out to you. So say what you need to say through other means. Send him some songs, or, post something on social media so he sees it and he'll know that it's meant for him. He sends you stuff all the time, but you don't want to see it because you're avoiding the situation because it hurts. Your wounds will be healed. Yeah, so like, I want you to understand that he's working on healing his wounds, and the moment you start doing it, like, I don't know if you guys are twin flames or soulmates or something, but by you working on yourself, you're going to help heal him too. So allow yourself to be healed right now, and just because he's not around doesn't mean he doesn't love you so very much. Your wounds take priority, though, than over his war, though. Like, his war is meant for him to fight and not yours to fight. His war, not yours. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know everything that's going on with him, and you're specifically being protected from knowing the things that he's going through. I'm not using the war analogy lightly. It isn't pretty, and it isn't something that your guides want you knowing about, so don't judge him for the way his trauma manifests, because he doesn't know how to manage it, and you don't know how to manage your own, babe. So you don't need to have all the answers to know what to do. Just keep trucking and doing what you're doing. You will be taken care of. So despite this person's shortcomings, you need to trust that your spirit guides are going to take care of you, that your family's going to take care of you. Someone else is coming into your life to help take care of you during this time, so don't worry about it. Ask for help from someone you trust. So make sure you're asking for help when you need it. especially in regards to either children or if you're taking care of someone else right now. You shouldn't be doing this alone. You should be asking for help. People, not always spirit, but ask for help from people. And people that you trust that are actually going to show up for you and support you, not these half-ass people. Abundance is coming your way. You know, you got to trust that your situation's going to get healed and you guys are going to work out. I'm hearing like it's all going to work out the way it needs to, and you know, your love and support is going to carry you both through, and like you have abundance coming your way. If you're worried about your financial situation, that like because either he doesn't make enough money or you're not making enough money, like abundance is coming to you guys by like once you heal all this stuff, you are going to be attracting a bunch of abundance. So keep healing, keep going, you know. He's working on it, you know, he's making it happen. He's gonna succeed. You just need to have faith, a little more faith in him. Oh God. Oh, I wanted to start crying. Oh Jesus. You know, like despite the war that's going on in your head, like you got the card, I want to marry you, I want you for the rest of your life. And I don't know if that's your energy or his. It's definitely his, maybe more so even than yours. But you need to understand, like, I'm not exaggerating that this man loves you. Like, this man, he wants to wife you up. And that's why, like, again, that feeling you telepathically, I keep hearing, like, he's like, I'm hearing her cry, I'm hearing her suffer, and I literally, like, I hate, like, he hates himself for not being able to help you right now. He hates himself so much that it's even preventing him from getting to you, because he feels like, because he's not there with you, he's busy in this stupid war, that he let you down. Alright? He wants to marry you. Like, this man really freaking wants you and wants to spend the rest of his life with you. And, you know, there's just a war going on. And it doesn't mean that he's a bad person because he's busy fighting a war, you know? And that's why you need to be taking care of your own needs. And if someone else has to do that for you, if that's the choice you got, like, if you think you need to leave to take care of yourself, then he respects that decision because he knows he can't be there right now. And it isn't the war's fault, and it's not his fault, even though he's going to blame himself. But, you know, if that's what you need, then that's what you need right now, and you shouldn't feel ashamed for that. But just know that, you know, he's fighting every day to try to manifest a relationship and make it work. He just needs to get his side in order to make that happen. Boundaries need to be reconsidered. I feel like you're a little too harsh, but he's also being cold. And I feel like he doesn't want you to see how much he's bleeding out over your situation. Like, I feel like your separation, because I feel like you guys are definitely in separation of some kind, like, he's bleeding out over the fact that he can't be with you right now. You need to reconsider how you approach his responses to you. If he's cutting you off, then don't push him, but do it with love because he can sense your energy. Okay, this man's more in tune than you think he is, and every time you get mad when he doesn't respond to you or he doesn't approve of something you do or whatever, like, you need to understand that it's because he's bleeding out over the situation, and any type of the idea of him failing you hurts him so bad. It's like, again, I keep seeing like gushing blood out of his chest. Like, that's what it feels like to him. You need to, you know, not be so strict on him when he doesn't do what you want him to do. It doesn't mean he's disrespecting your boundaries. All right? You need to understand that when someone can't do something for you, that it does not equate to them crossing your boundaries. That's a very different situation. And in this case, this man isn't crossing your boundaries. You're claiming it that way because he's not doing what you want him to do. Again, because he's not healthy right now. He's fighting a battle. Like, he can't be healthy if he's dealing with PTSD. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's trying to get help, but, like, there's no help coming to him right now. So what do you want him to do? You're his help. You are the last stand. So, like, in his mind anyway. So, like, you need to reconsider how you're handling this because he needs you right now. You're so smart, you figured it out. Yeah, I don't know if something I've said recently helped you figure it out, but, like, you're gonna figure it out. You know, you're very smart, and he's very smart, or at least he seems smart enough to be able to figure out your situation, and he's gonna work through it. And this is your reassurance that he's gonna make it through the war. He's gonna survive the war. And I mean, he's gonna come out bruised and tattered, but he's gonna have all his limbs. And, you know, you're both gonna work it out. And you just need to figure out your side and, you know, stay strong on your end so that way you can process what you need to heal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing like don't sound so glum. Is that for me or for the audience? Yeah, like you guys need to also like not sound so glum about your situation. Like I know that you're both like tired of this situation. Like you both are so tired of the separation, but it's for a reason, and it's because, you know, it's gonna make your union back together in each other's life even more special when you guys overcome this. You know, wars don't last forever, and, you know, it's not going to be a war between you guys, especially if you don't allow it to be. You know, like don't allow your past traumas or you not being available to each other, like, get in the way of the love you really do feel for each other. How does it make you feel? Yeah, I mean, that just confirms what I just said. Like, you know, like, how does this person make you feel? Is it just some lustful, fleeting thing? And I think if you were, you know, chasing someone this bad and this much and hating them this much, I think it's because you just really like this person and you just don't want them to go away. And you need to remember how you really feel and not let your spite or anger or frustration at the situation get in the way. Yeah, your spite, I'm hearing your spite is preventing the situation from getting healed even more than his war. Like, your spite has a little more strength than you realize on this situation and holding you back. You light up a room just by being in it. And, like, something about that card just makes me want to be silent, where it's just like, you know, I feel like this person's like, they're silent because they don't have the words to even describe how much you mean to them and what kind of a light you bring into their life. Oh God, I'm gonna cry. Yeah. Um, and they just really want you to know that they hear it and they feel you. And they know that you're both gonna be okay. Yeah. Wow, that hit me really hard. This person really loves you, group 3. Maybe it's just dinging one of my wounds. But wow, yeah. But yeah, you have no idea how much they mean to you. Or you mean to them. Yeah, it's both. It goes both ways. Final card is, are you right or do you just need to be right? And I think that's where you need to let go of being right in this situation. That it doesn't matter if they're in the wrong with how they treated you in the past or what's going on. You need to let go of being right. Because you know that, you know, regardless of how they treated you or if you were right, you're not right if you're using it to tank the relationship. You know, this isn't about right or wrong, it's about love, and that's what you're watching this reading for. And that's what this person, you know, wants you to know. So don't let your holiday season get ruined by you trying to force a situation that's not ready to come about, you know? And it's gonna be okay. Wow, okay, I need to take a moment because I'm kind of overwhelmed. Yeah. Just let the pain go, let the past go, and just allow yourself to be thankful that this person's even alive. And that they're fighting for you, and they're going to make it through. And it's going to be really hard to spend another Christmas without them, but it's going to work itself out. And you just need to trust that they're on their way home soon. So, okay. Well, alright, group 3, that was really heavy and really emotional. I hope you guys, you know, I'm sending you guys a lot of love because this situation is not, wow. That was really freaking powerful. I've never had a reading make me cry so much. Because I know I'm probably gonna cry after this. when I go back and rewatch this. But I want you to understand that, you know, you are loved and you're supported. The universe is guiding you, and you're going through this for a reason. And you're both going to make it through, and it's going to be all right. And, you know, just keep listening to your heart. Your heart's going to guide you to where it needs to be and where you're going to end up. So don't lose hope, and, you know, keep shining your light to everybody. Because you really know how to light up a room, and, you know, you need to remember that every day. And especially just, you know, because this person isn't in a good spot, and I guess for me personally, having known what this person's been through, you know, you got to make sure that you're not letting anyone else or anything stop you from spreading your light. And if they're not worthy of you right now, then that's okay. It's gonna be okay. You know, this person's gonna love you regardless of what decision you make about them. So just keep shining your light, and, you know, they're always gonna need that light, and, you know, you did enough. So if you need to give up on this relationship, then give up on it, because you need to protect yourself. But don't look at this as anybody failed, as anybody did anything wrong, and that there wasn't enough love to support it, because love is not the reason why this relationship failed. You know, and, you know, everybody is enough and worthy and deserving of all the love in the world. So I'm sending you and your love, sending you and your lover a lot of extra support and love from me this holiday season. And yeah, I'm gonna pray for you guys, and, you know, enjoy your Christmas holiday. You know, thank God for all the people that are still here in your life and that are there around you, and, you know, hold your loved ones close. If not for yourself, then do it for this person. So thank you guys again for supporting my YouTube channel, for listening to my messages. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Sorry that this was this is a little heavy than I was expecting, but, you know, sometimes that's what love readings are about. It's remembering why these holiday seasons are important. And if you're grieving somebody, you know, I'm sure they're missing you just as much as you miss them. So take care, y'all. You know, have a good holiday for me and for everyone over on your neck of the woods. So see you guys next time. Take care. Okay. Hey everybody, you have chosen group 4, the Amethyst Bracelet. So this is going to be your reading today. About love and relationships. Okay, so just give me a moment to tap into your energy. I just heard the word fantastic. Like, I feel like you guys are going to have a fantastic holiday. Like, you guys are going to have fun. It's going to be filled with, like, family. And there's going to be, like, there's, like, a secret or something. Or, like, a surprise of some kind that's coming about. So, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to pull some cards after I get my cat off the... Yeah, she's being a little attention whore right now. So, okay. So, for group 4. Yeah, I'm hearing you're just gonna have a good time. Anything else? Yes or no? Oh, grabbed the wrong one. I keep hearing, like, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and hurt you.
Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Yeah, I'm feeling you're gonna have some kind of a family reunion this Christmas, so it's gonna be fun. I'm hearing there's gonna be some silliness. Alright, fine, I will pull from this deck. What needs to be... I hear like some of you is going to be a little reluctant to hear some of the messages that's going to come out. Okay, what's this? No. Is this it? Yep, that's all? Yeah, alright people. So, how do we want to go about doing this? By pile? Yep, the same as usual. So I'm going to start with this pile. Alright, so messages of love and relationships for the holiday. So I'm hearing your family's gonna be... you're gonna have a good interaction with your family. Like, you guys, you're not worrying about the stuff that some of these other groups are worrying about. Jeez, yeah, like, you guys, you're gonna have a good time. You know? You're gonna be doing some Christmas shopping. You know, either it's last minute or whatever, but I feel like some of you's gonna get some kind of a surprise. I don't know if it's like a surprise Christmas gift, a surprise visit, or I don't know, or something's going to be surprising. Like maybe you're interacting with your family, it's going to go better than you expect, or worse than you expect in maybe one of these cases, but it's going to lead to something good. I don't know, maybe someone accidentally burns the Christmas ham and you're kind of sitting there going like, well, shit. But then it turns out that then you got to go pick up some food from Aunt Jemima or like someone else, and then you suddenly realize, oh wow, this food's even better. I don't know, one of those kind of surprises where it doesn't seem like it's going to be good and then it turns out to be good. So the cards you got were, I am becoming a better person. I wish I had treated you better. I feel like that was family. I feel like one of your family members has been going through a rough patch, and you're going to see that they've made some improvements recently. So if you're worried about the health of a family member or a spouse or significant other, they're going to be healing. They're going to be getting some more health, which is good. I wish I had treated you better. I feel like someone from your past, whether it's family or something, some kind of a wound with family maybe healed this next Christmas, where, you know, you're going to start seeing have some healthier patterns, and, you know, and maybe get an apology or two, maybe. Probably not, but, like, the healing is gonna, you know, show itself. I can't stop thinking about you. And I feel like maybe you can't stop thinking about a significant other, or maybe you've been wishing you had one, or I don't know, there's someone that's on your mind. And so this Christmas you're gonna be a little more aware of their absence. But just want to let you know that they can't stop thinking about you too. Nope. Just being near you is intoxicating. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I left when I saw you with someone. Yeah, I feel like you're really longing for this person, and I feel like this person doesn't reciprocate the same amount of passion that you do for them. Like, I feel like, no offense, like, I feel like you're really stressing about this relationship when it's not gonna manifest the way that you want it to, and I'm feeling like it isn't gonna happen, at least as you expect. Like, I don't want to give you false hope that this situation's going to work out, but I feel like you're really putting too much energy into a person that does not feel the same way about you. And I feel like you're looking for messages, and you're trying to skew messages to make it seem like they're interested as they are about you, but it's not that way. And maybe they said something to you that gave you the impression that they were, but it's not as what you think it is. And what you're being guided to remind you of is, like, you know, you need to chill a little bit about this person, that it's not going to change your situation. It's not going to make them love you anymore, or make them love you any less if you stop thinking about them for a hot minute, because the situation isn't in your control, and it doesn't matter what they feel about you, because how you feel towards you is more important. And you've got, you know, someone else on their way to you. Not recently, but, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like, what's a good example of a movie or something? It's kind of like, you know, I thought of Shrek 2, where, Fiona's parents were trying to get Fiona to date Prince Charming when she wants Shrek. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're chasing after your Prince Charming when really you're supposed to be with Shrek because you're going to be happier with Shrek and because Shrek loves you for who you are and all your flaws and your goofiness. I don't know, I feel like you two are sometimes goofy together. But like, you need your Shrek, not your Prince Charming, because Prince Charming's a douchebag. So you shouldn't be settling for Prince Charming. Your prince is coming to a local grocery store near you. So, I don't know. I feel like, if you see this person with someone else, you should probably take the hint that if they're not reciprocating your messages, if they're not really showing you any loving messages back, then it's probably a sign that they're just not that into you, honey. And it's not your fault. But I feel like you're not as heartbroken about this because I feel like you're kind of more focused on a relationship that's kind of, I don't want to say superficial, but it's not based off of real, true, deep feelings. So, it kind of sucks, and maybe you don't want to hear that because you wanted to ask them out at Christmas time or something like that. Maybe you're a little younger, maybe spiritually or emotionally or something, but like, this wasn't going to work out, and, you kind of need to just let it go. And it's okay because you're going to have a good Christmas. You've got time, again, this special surprise coming. Like, you're going to have, I don't know, so you're going to experience it with your family or something. I don't know. So get excited. This is next? Alright. So, I don't know if these are, I'm hearing like maybe messages from your person. Some of them are. Yeah, I feel like if you're thinking this was going to be a love reading about a specific person, I hate to break it to you, but these cards are not boding well for you, group 4. I took the easy way out. I hope I will see you again sometime. And they really do mean that. I don't really know you, so I feel like you kind of think you know this person, but you really don't. Like, you don't really know what's going on in their situation. They're in a situation that's very complicated and isn't what it appears. And I feel like you're acting as though you know them when it's kind of you just making this stuff up because you want to be with them. Yeah. I don't want to say that, but that's kind of what's going on. And you feel as though you know them, but you really don't. And, she's going to turn you down if you ask her. I don't know why I said she, but like, I just want you to know it's okay if she doesn't feel the same way about you. It says nothing about your self-worth. I'm sorry. I feel like this person isn't sorry for something that they said to you or by shutting you down or not letting you in. Yeah, they're not sorry at all. And so I think that's a sign that you need to move on. Because this person isn't what's keeping you forward or something. I don't know, like, I'm just hearing, I'm not sorry, for rejecting you, and you shouldn't be wasting time and energy on someone that isn't for you, and isn't, I feel like you're wanting them to be heartbroken, but I feel like it's kind of also like, I lied to you, and I feel like this person lied to you a lot, or lies to you and other people, and doesn't really mean to, but like, I feel like they kind of got that people-pleasing energy where they're trying to like, be like, yeah, like, I'm showing you attention because you're nice, and I do care about you. Like, again, I see like I hope I will see you again sometime. That's genuine and honest, but I feel like, I don't want to say their feelings are, they're just not romantic towards you. They're platonic, and they're very, like, they want you to see that because they still want you in their life, or if you don't end up in their life, I mean, they're kind of indifferent, but it's not going to break them if you leave, but like, they're people-pleasing to you because they don't want to disappoint you, and if you've been kind of getting that vibe that they've been blowing you off, yes, they've been blowing you off on purpose, and it's because they just don't see you in that way. And this could be a friend too, maybe not necessarily a romantic partner, but I feel like there's some kind of like, longing to understand, well, why aren't they responding to me, or why aren't they, doing what, I'm telling them to do. Like, they seem interested and like they care, and it's like, they do care, but it's just, they don't care as much as you do, and it's not in the same way. I wouldn't say it isn't just platonic, it's just, it isn't working out, and it's nothing wrong with you. I've been struggling. So I feel like this person has been secretly struggling with some things and some topics, and they've been struggling to tell you about how they feel towards your situation, because you're kind of like sitting here going, what the fuck? I've been doing everything right. Like, why aren't they reciprocating back? Like, I've done all the right things. And it's like, yeah, it's because this person is going through literal chaos and hell behind the scenes, or maybe not that strong, but it's kind of just like they've been struggling to tell you how they feel about towards you and your situation and shit. So don't necessarily give up on this person, but don't say that you know them, because you don't. That's really what I'm hearing, is that you have no idea what this person is going through behind the scenes. And so, like, if you're imposing your views of them, they aren't correct. I do wish you well, and I do feel this person, that even though you heard those things, they do wish you well. And so they just don't want you to misconstrue how they're feeling towards you. It's like a light rejection, where it's like, again, they still want you in their life, they just maybe don't want you as close as you've been trying to make yourself be. And there isn't anything wrong with that. And there isn't anything wrong with you. Again, they're struggling, and I feel like maybe this person might be changing. This person might have other romantic interests. There just isn't enough solid foundation to keep up the relationship you've been having going, you know? And I never used to look at you in that way. And for those of you that, if this is about a romantic interest and you've been kind of having hopes, hate to tell you, but this person does not see you as a romantic partner. Yeah, that, or like maybe you saw them as like either a BFF, or there's some kind of a relationship where you were like, oh yeah, we're so tight or whatever, we're like close friends, and this person unfortunately did not reciprocate that same feeling towards you. And I feel like they didn't say anything because they didn't want to hurt you, because this person doesn't know how to be authentic and real. And it's, again, they're struggling with their own stuff. So I don't want you demonizing this person because they didn't, like, say the things you needed to hear, or didn't stand up for you, or whatever they did. If you've been looking for those answers, it's because they are just dealing with so much, and it has nothing to do with you. You know? And so just kind of take it for what it is, and just understand that, again, you don't have to see it as black or white. It's just that this person's struggling, and they can't be there for you. And they don't have a romantic interest towards you. So, but I feel like you're not super heartbroken. I mean, maybe some of you are, and I mean, maybe that hurts a little bit to hear, but it's not your fault. It's not something you did, and, you know, if you want to move on from this person, I mean, they're going to wish you well. But I feel like that isn't what they want either. I feel like it's more of just she or he is just not emotionally available right now. Like, they're going through some things that they don't want disclosed to you, and you're probably not going to understand anyway, so you don't really need to know anyway. And I feel like you're the kind of person that you want the why, like, why, well, what did I do, and what did I do, and it's like, you didn't do anything. There's nothing, there is nothing here, that no one did anything wrong, and it's just people are just trying to heal. So spend this Christmas focusing on the people that are giving you that love and attention. Like, again, you got some prizes coming up, so if you're focused on a person that's not around, or maybe you're not getting what you want, sorry, but, you know, I think it's for the best. It's for the best for both of you, you know? And, like, again, I'm feeling really mutual energies. You know, like, maybe you just needed that little validation of this is what's going on, and that's why you're watching this, or just trying to know what's up with this person. Maybe you've been a little concerned. Some of you have been very concerned about this person. You're like, I don't know if this is your, like, work crush, or somebody you maybe been crushing on for a little bit, or you didn't know how you felt towards them, and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's a little, like, uncertainty here, and, you know, you just gotta understand that. Just let it go. It has nothing to do with you, and, you know, it's gonna suck for a bit, but you kind of know that this wasn't gonna work out anyway, in that way, so, or maybe you didn't know, but, you know, you're gonna be kind of bummed, but you're not gonna be, like, broken in half about it, you know? I'm getting crush vibes, not like, oh my god, this is the love of my life. So like, it's just gonna suck because I feel like you wanted to do the whole like, let's go like ice skating downtown, or like let's go like watch Christmas lights, or I wanted to tell you how I felt and you don't even look my way anymore, and like, yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah, so yeah, let's see what's going on here. Whew. Okay. I'm hearing the devil's in the details. So something about your person's situation kind of... There's some devils in the details. So maybe there's some details in your situation with you and another person that you haven't been paying attention to. I'm feeling like there was like a misunderstanding, or like they said something and you took it way too far. Or you were sitting there going like, okay, like I want this, but you saw like the yellow light when it was supposed to mean slow down, and you saw the yellow light and thought, oh, well, that's almost green, let's go. I'm gonna try and make it through the red light, and that's where maybe you kind of cross this person's boundary, maybe. I don't know, I feel like you kind of have a tendency to rush a little bit, or you feel like, oh, well, if I'm not getting a strong signal or whatever, then I'm out. Like, it's very, like, you're like, go, 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 go. You gotta, like, maybe take a chill pill and pause, especially with romantic relationships, because I'm getting the feeling you're missing some context clues, that whenever you love somebody, you're just rushing in there because you have strong feelings, but then you're not actually looking at the context clues and seeing what they're saying to you or feeling, and it's, again, you're seeing it as like, oh, well, they don't care about me. And it's like, no, they do care about you. It's just maybe it's not romantic, or maybe it's just not, it's lukewarm, And lukewarm feelings doesn't mean they hate you or not care about you. It just means they're lukewarm. That's all it is. And you shouldn't superimpose your own ideas onto what their situation is. And this isn't just, I'm feeling you sometimes do this with family members too, where like if a family member says something that offends you, like I don't know if you're easily offended, or you're someone who you're a little like quick on the draw, hot button, you gotta like take a time out. And yeah, seeing this card with this fire energy, it's like you can kind of like, if your buttons are pushed, you can just immediately like push someone out, or be like da, 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 and go off on a rant. This is just telling you to relax. Not everybody's trying to hurt you, and you're just hurting yourself and hurting your relationships by having that itchy trigger finger. And I'm feeling like you need to compromise a little bit with people. You and some other people have been having some conflicts, and I know you kind of get offended a little easy, but like, the thing is, though, is that there's still a lot of people that you are friends with, and just because one friendship or one romantic interest didn't pan out doesn't mean you got a whole family of people looking out for you. I feel like you're someone who you have either a big family, or you're very family-oriented, and you love connecting with other people. Like, you're someone who you like talking to lots of people, you're extroverted, you're going out there, I don't know, for some of you ladies, I feel like you got like the long nails, and you like go out and everyone's sister's sister and your sister's friend and all that. Like, you just sometimes got a little bit of a temper, and especially for this Christmas season, you're gonna have to chill out on some people, because if I learned from the earlier readings in this video, there's a lot of people going through some hell this Christmas season, and you're in a better position than you think. And you just gotta understand that not everyone's at the same cushy spot you're at, especially if your romantic interest is someone that's kind of struggling right now, like, or maybe not even that, maybe it's a friend or something, but like, you're in a much better position than you think, so enjoy it, enjoy the family that you're with, enjoy the people that are with you, and don't spend time putting effort into something that's not giving you a reward. Like, just sit back and wait, and maybe this person will get through their struggles and come back. I get the strong sense that, again, they want to be around you, they're just not as intense about it as you are. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, so this card, it's like a skull sitting in a rose, or I'm kind of feeling like this person's like kind of hiding a little bit and holding back, or wrapping themselves in blankets as they cry about their situation or something. So, yeah, because there's like little raindrops. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I'm seeing someone like wrapping themselves in a blanket and crying. So maybe your person hasn't been feeling very well and is just kind of focusing on healing right now. And maybe you're doing the same, you know? Or maybe you're kind of resisting going into that spot because you're so busy trying to like either force the situation or something with seeing family. You know, maybe something about seeing a certain family member makes you upset. Or hearing what they're saying. Like, I feel like sometimes you get pissed off by what your family says, or you're like, yeah, I keep feeling like hot button, itchy trigger finger. I don't know if you play drums or if you're like, I'm just hearing like that tapping. Like, you're like nervous tapping, anxiety, like you're itching to go. I'm hearing with these two cards, you need to see, you're seeing things in two different perspectives. So maybe I got this weird imagery of like looking at these. I'm seeing like left brain and right brain, you know? And yeah, because like this is your creative side, right? And I feel like it's conflicting with your logic because your logic brain is sitting here going like, okay, I know what's going on and what I'm seeing, but what I'm feeling is different. And these two are not matching up. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're a very creative person, but you don't know how to express it because your logic side gets in the way, or like you're trying to, maybe something to do with money where you're trying to be creative with your money to make more, or like maybe money's on your mind, or structure or something. Maybe you're a very structured, traditional person. You know, I'm feeling structured. Like you can sometimes be very stubborn in this mental headspace with logic when really you've got this side that you're kind of not tapping into. Or some of you, you're the opposite. You're way too creative and you're so like obnoxious about making everything romantic and perfect and lovey and beautiful Christmas season. I want to make sure everything's decorated right and blah 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 blah. And then you're not, you're spending too much money and you're not like following your budget and you're not using your brain. Like you need to have a balance between the two of like, yeah, you can go have a good time, but you also got to watch your money and make sure that you're, you know, thinking about the next upcoming year. Or if the opposite's true, if you're focused too much on money, you're not having enough fun. Like make sure you're going out and looking at Christmas lights and doing silly things with your friends, or, you know, having fun. Go decorate the tree. Spend time with your little sister, or like whatever. I don't know. I had that specific advice. But yeah. So that's all I have for you, Group 4. Man, you guys are gonna have a good holiday season. Like, I'm not concerned about you people. Like, you got a lot of life in you. You got a lot of fun coming your way. Yeah, some kind of surprise. You should be keeping your eyes out for. Who knows? Maybe you'll hear from this person. Maybe you're hearing from a certain person that you haven't talked to in a while. I don't know, but you sure are gonna be surprised. Yeah. Well, that's all the information I have for you, That's all the information I have for you, Pile 4. So thank you so much for sticking around. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay tuned for more information and updates about my YouTube channel. There's going to be some new things coming. So just keep patient and keep your ears open for more cool stuff. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.